Huh. I guess I just made it up for my character. I thought I had it written down that I was, like, good at cooking or something. I guess that's just something I made up for my character.
You might have misspelled cooking with cocaine.
It doesn't take much to be good at that.
It explains all the white hair.
And on that note, welcome everybody to welcome to another session of Dungeonerds. I'm Kyle, you liking the DM, and we have everybody here like at the start. So this is a good start already, and we're starting early. So woo, lot to do. So we have Caitlin as Demaya, the tiefling bard. Cody as Vertier, the human rogue. Mm-hmm. We have Joe as Regina, the human paladin. Nick as Wilfred, the human warlock. And we have Thomas as Jan, our human monk. Okay. So, when we last left off, the party had encountered was fighting a troll at the behest of Nixocht, the hunter in the night, an old forgotten god. So, after having vanquished said troll, Nixocht granted Vertier a gift, which was a cowl with a strange skull-like mask with sharp fangs and glowing eyes that granted him night vision, but was told that there would be more to it. And then, in a maybe not entirely unexpected twist, Nixocht, 20 werewolves or so came and chased the party until they narrowly escaped by hiding in a nook by a river, throwing them off the scent. After a few more days of travel, they found their way to the edge, only to be hounded once again by the lycanthropes, but were saved as they exited the forest by a group of werewolf hunters or nightmare hunters, with silver bullets that just saved them. They had taken a brief rest, found some interesting gear, and then they made their way about a week's travel and are now in the near coastal city of Eocine. And so, after a week's travel, you are now in the city of Eocine. You see, it's a very crowded city. Many people about you. Another thing is you all feel a bit warmer, despite it being about mid-November. It's quite warm. You all are feeling a little uncomfortable in your cloaks. And another thing, so we're to start, roll perception.
Reaching into my bag.
7.
Holding.
I am not a perceptive rogue.
It's nice here.
Lovely.
15.
I'm
15?
easily distracted.
16.
It'd be nice if I could read that. It's 18.
Pretty much everybody else notices, quickly that a lot of the people here, while looking quite relaxed and happy, are all giving you uncomfortable looks. And you also notice, you got an 18?
Yeah.
Demaya, you notice that there is a good reason as to why. Your races don't really matter. You do see a couple other tieflings here. But what you notice is there are very few people here that are dressed in combat gear. Jan doesn't really stick out. He's just in normal clothes, and Wilfred is in robes, although they stand out. However, you have two people in full leather in leather armor and one person wearing chainmail. And you notice very few. You can easily point out the other people in this city. This is a very crowded, bustling city, and you're in a very open area right now by the gates. But you can easily pick out the people who are likely adventurers, and even they get some uncomfortable stares. A lot of these people are in normal civilian clothes. So you are getting some looks, but you can tell that these are nice packed dirt roads. You can hear off in the distance vendors shouting out for their goods. You can hear, those buzzwords like fresh, savory, tender for meats, vegetables, fine clothes, etc., etc. Off there, and it's a nice sunny day. The sun is shining. There's barely a cloud in the sky.
Definitely going to put the cloak and leather armor into the bag of holding, since don't quite need it right now.
Well, I haven't noticed that, so I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
You're used to the cold.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Vertier, with the cold in your blood and your leather fur-lined armor, you're feeling a little uncomfortably warm.
Okay.
Especially since you're in black and the sun is on you. Right. I mean, you're not
black.
You're not at any physical peril at it. It's just
he's not
kind of
dripping sweat.
Yeah, you're not dripping sweat, but you are kind of every now and then you do kind of tug on the collar.
This is why I work at night.
I work at any time of the day, so long as the coin is right.
So, you are now in Eocine, a city with, as Vertier knows, as having spent some time here on his, as this being the first major city he had stayed in. This is a city of not exactly loose morals, but it's much more lax. You do see guards around many places. There's definitely a military feel here. You notice this with your perception check, but Vertier knows just by heart that this is the things that might have been frowned upon in the Oh, thank you. Could you hand me those? Those are my cards. Thank you. The things that might have been normally frowned upon in the capital city of Dranthal are not really here. They're not hidden away in a seedy district. They're all around.
Not as many moral inhibitions.
The inhibitions are lower here.
Well, now.
All right.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
So
I could provide 2 of them. Not the drugs.
Okay, so what would you all like to do?
Definitely want to find out if there's some sort of underground network here, sort of like how it was in the capital?
The capital city of
city.
Dranthal, or just Dranthal.
Yeah, and see if we could get any information on Ethram, because judging by how far behind we were from him, and because we were on horses, assuming that he didn't really have a horse, he couldn't have gone far, but he definitely would have attracted attention because of his looks and his demeanor from what we've been told by other people that have seen him.
We're probably catching up by now.
Do you know of any place that might be able to help, since you've been here before?
Well, maybe. Give me a bit of time. Perhaps I can uncover something. I may still have some old contacts in this area.
And perhaps we should start at the local hangout area, bar, tavern. Usually a good place to get information on such things.
Yeah.
Get the gossip. I agree.
Should find a place to leave our horses as well. Oh, did we already leave those?
No, not yet. You are holding your horses by the reins, but you did pass by a stable outside the city.
Okay.
Alright, definitely want to take care of that then.
All right.
You also ask the stable master if he's seen him.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way over to the outside stables. There's many horses and a few carts outside, and a fellow with a long mustache, and a balding head, with a very dirty shirt, comes out, kind of brushes off his hands. Can I help you?
Yes, good sir. We were hoping to be able to board our horses here for the time being. Could you be of assistance?
Of course, I'm the stable master. Right, beauties you got there. Especially yours. He points to Vertier's horse.
Oh, you think so? Thank you very much.
Good breed, good breed. All right, I'll take him in. How long you planning on staying?
Oof. Not quite sure. I assume that we'll have to pay once we leave, or we can pay a little up front if you would prefer.
Tell you what. I mean, these are pretty, fairly unique horses. I'll keep them. I'll keep a tab on them, and when you leave, I'll charge you what it is.
Sounds fair enough.
All right. And he takes the reins from all of you, 2 horses in each hands, and he goes.
Well. Shit. Forgot to ask him about Ethram.
He's not inside yet. He's close. He's about to go into the stables, but it's also an open stable. It's not like.
Well. Okay.
So you could shout for him.
Sir.
Yeah?
We have a quick question to also ask.
1 second. He stables up the horses, shuts the gates, gives them each a pat on the head, to which they give a little nicker. A little kerfuffle. And then he, all right.
Inside joke.
What do you need?
Well, you see, we've been after someone because he has something of ours. We were wondering if he possibly passed by here. Half-elf, kind of auburnish hair, bit crazy, has a blindfold over one eye.
You know, as a matter of fact, I do recall someone of that sort. I don't know why. He stood out to me. Plenty of people.
Rubbed you the wrong way. We've heard that from a lot of people.
When he got close, he did. I don't know why. Just the strangest feeling. I just didn't like him. But yeah, he came. He came here about 2 days ago. Haven't seen him leave.
Interesting. Does he have a horse here, I assume?
No, came in by foot.
Well, that's perfect to know. Thank you very much.
Sure. What'd he do? What'd he take?
Something extremely important that if it were to fall into the wrong hands, all hell would break loose.
That's none of my business. I just run a stable.
Yeah.
I'm just...
That's why I remained cryptic, because you probably don't want to know. I don't care to know either.
Well, good day to you, Mum. Mums and lads.
And good day to you as well, sir.
All right. So you know that Vertier is most likely in the city.
Well,
We have a lead!
I definitely am.
You are in the city? Oh, shit, I said Ethram. We're not professionals.
I'm pretty sure I'm in this city.
Now,
No, it's your clone.
it's
I mean, you can get pretty complicated with, like, quantum physics.
it's Rich Rev, your evil clone.
Rich Rev.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm dying.
So, you are now back into the main city square.
Yes.
Again, lots of people going by you. Those kind of looks about you. So, next move.
I believe we said we were going to the tavern, right?
Yes.
We're headed, yeah.
All right. Roll investigation.
Oh, that landed on 11.
I'm gonna use the blue dice.
17.
14.
20 total. 15.
14.
6.
While
Getting the
Demaya's
crap rolls out tonight.
You didn't know where I am.
Bruh.
while Demaya's just doing this almost cartoony kind of hand over the eyes and looking,
Just waiting for the spy music to kick in.
going, "Where's there a tavern?" The rest of you kind of,
The lights in my eyes.
Demaya, this way.
yes, you all kind of lead her towards
No one's getting lost here, right?
a
Sorry.
three-story building.
Are you okay?
From
Sorry.
from which you can hear the sounds of commotion, shouting, music, and by commotion, it sounds like there's a fight going on.
Boy.
And you see a sign called the Champion's Chalice.
Huh.
Is there a window right there? You can look in to see what's going on.
Don't remember much about this place.
Yes, there is a window, but good luck getting to it because there is a bit of a crowd out there. You see people looking in the windows, a line outside, not a line, but
Are they blocking the door?
yes, there is a crowd kind of blocking the door, trying to get and look and see what the hell is happening, because whatever it is, it's awesome.
Anyone want to try to squeeze their way through?
Yes.
I could try to force my way
Alright.
through with my brute strength.
All right,
I can try and weave my way through with my acrobatics.
all right.
I can just misty step through right in front of everyone.
I mean, you could.
Vertier, roll history.
History?
Yeah, roll history.
Okay.
As you hear Wilfred say that.
22.
You quickly put a hand on his shoulder and you shake your head at him because you know that well, magic isn't necessarily frowned upon here, but it's not the best idea. This is a city that was built by hand. There's also not an arcane section here. There's not a magister section. This is a place where a deed of strong arm will carry a far more weight than a flick of the wand. So
These people value strength in body, not mind so much.
So they'd like me if I push through the crowd.
you'll definitely get more of a response out of that from what he's saying.
It might be more respected.
We'll definitely send Regina and Jan through first since they're the bulk here of the group. No offense, Regina, but you're quite muscular for a woman.
I think that's a compliment.
You look towards Jan, you notice that he is just skin and bones. You think, why the hell did I think that in the first place?
Because you're stronger? Like, honestly.
You hit people.
He's just skin and bones.
You are a man.
He's very lean.
Okay, he gets his energy from the mystics, and it's like, hey, he eats
How the
turnips.
fuck is it? Should I
How
roll
the
a
fuck-
strength check to push through, by the way?
What?
Should I roll a strength check to push
Yeah,
through?
roll strength to push your way through.
Either way, you use your hands.
That's a 20.
You're 20 total or not?
20
I
total.
got it 20 total. 15 plus 5 for my strength bonus.
Damn, girl.
So, Regina, while they're trying to think of ways to get in, and while Demaya and Jan are having their discussion of being skin and bones, you just kind of you gently move them aside, and as you get to the crowd, you shoulder your way in, and and the people then in front of you notice this, and they start to kind of part their way for you as you go in,
Ooh.
and. Yeah, so now there's this very small opening that's closing in the people.
I think a new challenger approaches.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, she is part of our team.
You, since you're inside, what you see is you see a human female with a kind of olive tone skin, short, dirty blonde hair, in a male clothing for the area, instead of one of these strapped gowns that you see many of the women wearing. She's wearing more along the lines of a sleeveless tunic with like an undershirt and about thigh-high boots. And she is having a fist fight with a green dragonborn with sort of ram horns that kind of go up to the top and then curl down like this. Who's also in male clothes for the area, although his boots are taller, and they are coming to blows, smacking each other, like punching each other in the face, and she gives a hard headbutt into the snout, and he sprawls back, and he tries to get up, but then he falls back down with a thud, and the place erupts in cheers as a gnome rushes up, grabs this woman by the hand and kind of makes a leap to try and hold it up, in a victor stance, and she's smiling. Yeah, Astadrius! And then the crowd sort of slowly disperses, and you can all now make your way into the place.
So I'm going to. I think I have to go.
All right.
For a second.
See you in some.
Yep.
All right. So,
I think to myself, oh, a person of interest.
all right. Okay. Are you okay? That's
I
it?
just wanted to let you know.
All right.
I was just meditating hardcore in my head.
Very well.
Okay.
She goes and sits at the bar, and the bartender brings her a nice big mug of frothing ale.
Well, this looks like a job for a charmer. Fair tier.
What looks like a job for a charmer?
Oh my goodness, talking to her!
About what?
Anything, like, damn!
Are you just trying to set me up right now?
No, I'm not trying to set you up. Like, she could have information. She kicked that guy's ass. She
They're
may be
thoroughly
important.
confused.
That's why we talk to her and be like, yo, good job, bro. I was gonna say something else and then I'm like, no. Okay, I'm just trying to come up with something interesting.
That's fair.
Because
Does
I
dice
know...
bag match your shirt?
What?
The dice bag that's on the blue folder. Is
Oh,
that the same?
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'll
It's
go
not
talk to
on
her.
purpose, because I got this while I was in Wales, and then I just got this from, like, this
So-
shop that we went to near the mall, near us.
As you go inside, you find an open stool right next to her, easy enough, and you sit down. She doesn't really pay much notice to you. She's just kind of she's sipping a drink and staring ahead.
All right. Gonna wave the bartender over. One, please.
All right. 2 gold, sir.
There you go.
All right. He and then he pours your nice frothing mug and hands it to you.
All right. One hell of a fight that was.
She looks over to you. Thanks. Haven't met you before.
Name's Vertier. I used to live in this area, but I've been gone for a while.
Oh, Well, I think I'd remember you. I've been here almost all my life, but maybe you showed up in the time I was away. Estadrius. She extends her hand,
Nice to meet you.
and you feel a very firm, strong grip. And you're trying to keep it cool.
Bruh. I'm gonna, Demaya's gonna kind of usher the rest of the party inside and try to find us a table while trying to listen in on their conversation.
All right.
So you said you were away. You traveled the lands too.
Yeah, I was with a group for a while. Also, I was away for a war.
War.
Yeah, you really don't know about me, do you? Roll history, actually.
22.
You actually do know a bit about... You do know something of Astadrius. You remember hearing of a leader of an Eocine army unit who was a woman, a strong woman, who would often challenge the leaders of others to one-on-one combat, and was undefeated. Was a source of rallying until she left honorably. She was held in high esteem. Also, you know that this woman is a local champion of the Colosseum. She's very respected here.
I do remember hearing a little bit about you. You, commander of some legion from... what was it?
It was the Eocine. It was the Eocine Legion.
Right, and then you went on to the Colosseum, right?
Oh, that was actually that was before. And now.
Oh.
But then I left.
I mixed that up then.
Yeah, sorry, that was probably my
You
fault.
were in the Colosseum as well.
Still am. I just fighting's in my blood.
I may have seen a few banners, but I never got to see you fight. Not until now, at least.
That's nothing. And yeah, old Real Shack. He's a good contender. And as she says that, the Dragonborn has gotten off the floor and gives her a pat on the shoulder. Good fight, Astadrius. Here you go. Tosses her a small sack of coins, which she catches. You too, Real Shack. Maybe next time. Probably not. And he goes away. So, you said you haven't been here for a while.
Just been doing a bit of traveling. Was in the capital recently.
Oh, hey. How's that been?
Fairly good weather. Not much else to report on there. Couple of strange things happening in villages out in the area. Not quite sure what that's about.
I never heard of anything like that. I guess I'm just too busy with when the next fight is and what to do around here. I don't listen to a lot of the gossip, or it's happened far away enough that we don't get it.
Well, I can respect that.
So what brings you back here, if it's not too rude to ask, of course?
Oh, following an old acquaintance. Ran into him around the capital, and he left before I got the chance to tell him what I need to say.
Oh, well, that's a shame. You think he's here?
Yes, it seems so.
Well, I mean, Eocine's a pretty big place, so, I mean, you've got your work cut out.
He's a person of... He's something of a person of interest. I don't think it'll be too hard to track him down.
Huh. Well, I mean, what goes on in the walls I can often know, but... I mean, I can try and help.
What?
I can try and help you...
What goes on in the walls?
In the walls of the city.
Oh, okay.
Captain on.
Demaya, Wilfred, and Jan, roll perception just so you can hear this. Make sure you can hear this.
Nat 20.
You got 11?
No, nat 20.
Oh, nat 20.
That was,
Jesus.
That was the score. That was the goal thing.
Okay.
Go!
16.
Yeah,
High five, we both got nat 20s.
you're all you're close enough, and there's not a lot of conversation going on. You hear everything crystal clear.
What about Jan?
Yes, yeah, all three of you, all four of you.
Well, I didn't know what he had rolled. That's why I
Yeah, he got a
asked.
16.
Okay.
Also, Joe is going to be longer than 10 minutes. So,
Okay.
anyway.
Well,
Well,
I'm not sure.
the boy needs to eat.
I'm still not entirely sure what to do when I catch up with him anyway. We have something of a common goal, it seems, but conflicting interests.
Well, again, I mean, if you've been here, then I can help you. Although, I can tell you've been away a while.
Yes, it seems the city's changed quite a bit. All except the Colosseum, of course. Always there.
Never changes.
Can Demaya kind of walk over to the bar, not like in a non-suspicious manner to get herself a drink so that she can kind of listen in on the conversation even more?
Yes.
So casually stroll up and just take a seat.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to liven things up. Sue me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's
Well, the
good.
way you sounded, you're just like,
I mean, it's just like, they're busy in conversation.
that's why
Let's
she's
see.
not gonna be like, "Hi, Vert's here." No, she's just gonna be nearby.
I mean, I could, but now I know not to.
Wait, what? What was that, Thomas?
I said, hey, buddy, old pal.
Oh,
Would you like some chocolate?
okay.
Well,
So,
typically, the first thing I ask about the city is the best place to get a drink.
well, you're at it, buddy.
Seems like I've found that.
Easy place to drink, sleep, and fight. In that order. All right. And he hands you a nice. He gives you a frothing mug as well. It's nice. It's not too strong. It's not too strong in flavor, but it's satisfying. It's satisfying in this weather. So, what else you looking for while you're here?
Maybe I'll check out the Colosseum again. Anything interesting happening in there lately?
Always a lively moment there. New guy, never heard of him. Is going to be up later today. But if you always go in and you want to make some easy coin, it's always a nice idea to take bets. Or if you're confident or dumb enough, or a mix of the two, you can always sign yourself up for a match yourself, and you'll make even more than you could in a betting.
Well, I definitely think that I could do that. I'll let you decide whether that's confidence or stupidity.
Hey, I'm not one to talk. I'm a mixture of both. Probably more stupidity. But yeah, if you're there's good shows always there.
Don't suppose you'd care to show me?
Sure. Let's get going.
All right. Perhaps we can catch the next fight.
All right. I like you, Vertier. She gives you a hard clap on the back, and you. Demaya, you easily heard that. That's that. Poof.
Ooh. Poof. That sounded like it hurt.
And she gets up, and she begins walking out.
Damn. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
That did hurt a little bit.
I mean, if you want to stay here.
No, we weren't exactly invited along.
We could do some investigating of our own.
True.
You gonna stalk me?
I'm not gonna. I didn't mean stalking you. I mean,
Okay,
we go our
investigating
separate
other
ways.
Stuff. I know.
Fuck.
I know what you mean.
Not everything revolves around you. God.
It's okay.
Somebody's got to do investigation. While
What's
I'm at
up,
the
Thomas?
Coliseum,
What's
so-
up?
I said I disagree.
Uh,
Everything does revolve around him. God.
God. Who asked you? You're just a monk. I'm sorry.
and then he beats you.
If everything is relative, I could be the center of the universe.
So she takes you, and the people there are
Motherfucker.
immediately they part because they know Estadrius. And they right this way, Estadrius.
Yeah, she can beat their shit right in.
Hold on, he's with me. Oh, very sorry, sir. And they give you an equal amount of respect, and they kind of have they give you a short bow, and follow you in, and you are after going through a tunnel, you come out and you hear the roaring of the crowd. It is almost deafening because the arena, the stands are packed with hundreds of people. And you're in a low area, so you have a nice good view of the grounds, and this is about this is a ring that's probably about 300 feet in diameter. And what you're seeing is a man in simple kind of leather armor that looks like it's taken a beating. Black kind of sort of wavy hair, holding a spear in one hand and a battle axe in another, fighting in a slightly emaciated looking owlbear.
An owlbear.
Yes. Owlbear is slowly pacing around, looking at him, while the warrior is kind of strafing and sidestepping while keeping an equal pace, so they're both on opposite sides of one another.
Isn't it?
What's the heck?
I can still say Gesundheit.
And you see the owlbear then leap at him, and he just he leaps out of the way himself to the side, rolling. And you can tell the owlbear didn't plan to miss his pounce because he's down, and the man throws aside the axe and the spear, leaps on top of his back, and wraps his arms around the owlbear, and you see him pulling himself back as the owlbear is struggling, trying to swipe and claw and buck and kick. And you see, after a minute, and the crowd is going crazy at this, you see the owlbear kind of slowing down, and then finally it stops and it falls over with a thud, and the crowd goes quiet. And the man gets up, panting heavily and hunched over, with scratches all over his arms from the owlbear. He leans down against the chest, and he walks away. He begins walking towards the gladiators' entrance and exit. And then you see a man in a fine-looking uniform tentatively go over and lay its head against the chest as well. And you hear, "It's alive!" And you hear most of the people booing.
Huh.
And there are some people who have cheered as he walks away. And you just hear, "Weakling! Coward! No mercy in the arena! We paid for blood!"
Damn.
Again,
Heavily Roman inspired.
as he walks away. Now, everybody! Settle! We've come to a very interesting matchup for the day. One of our local favorites. Brojma Gulturg, the Cleaver, will be facing an unknown challenger who calls himself the Steel Wolf. Take your bets. We shall be ready soon. Who are you on? I got mine on Brojma. No way he could lose.
Know anything about this Steel Wolf?
No, first time he's ever been here.
Interesting. What's the typical bet here?
Typical bet, you want to start at 100 gold. So, here's something else, though. There's a sub-bet. You bet on who you want to win. And then if you really want to be risky, you bet on whether they kill or spare the loser. If you get it right, you get double the prize money. You get it wrong, you get half. If they lose, you get nothing.
Huh.
You want to take it safe, you can just bet on who wins, but if you want to be exciting like I am...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I think I'll make a bet.
All right, come on. She leads you to a sort of a stand with an open window where people are crowding by, taking bets, and you see pieces of paper with a Brojma and Steel Wolf and a lot of many hash marks in favor of Brojma, and then a little under it with kill and spare under both of them as well. And you see a lot of under kill for Brojma, and you see a lot with kill for Steel Wolf. 500 on Brojma. Kill. All right. Let's hope you're right. Let's hope you're right, Estadrius. My battle sense, I've got it. I'm sure you do, love. I'm sure you do. What about you, sir?
Put me down for 200 on this Steel Wolf.
All right. You want to be exciting? You want to be exciting? What do you want? You want to just keep it safe, or do you want to maybe get some big money?
I'll say he'll kill.
Kill? Steel Wolf kill? And you said 400?
200.
200. Sorry.
400.
Sorry.
That'd be most of his gold.
Most of it.
I'm pretty sure more than.
I can make that back, though.
Yeah.
He takes your gold and puts a hash under kill for Steel Wolf.
Contract killing is in high demand.
And about a few minutes go by. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Brojma! The Cleaver! Gulturg! Ah, Brojma! Cleaver! 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 And you see this half-orc come out with a very thick-looking helmet and arm piece with the sieve holes, like those sight holes in it, with the crest and that sort of sallet brim, with a shield and a really rough, ragged-looking giant cleaver. But you do note it is an orcish sword. And now, his challenger! First time in the arena! The poor lad! Pray for him, people! The Steel Wolf! And the crowd erupts into cheers as a man in leather armor with a metal wolf-shaped helmet fully enclosing approaches with a great sword over his shoulder, and he kind of stands at the other end. Begin! And you see the two of them charge at each other. Their swords begin to clash. Despite having this large weapon, the Steel Wolf seems to be very, very agile with it. He sort of seems to dance with this kind of blade. Most of it hitting on the shield of the Cleaver, who kind of uses his bulk and size and his defenses to his advantage. Who then also returns with furious blows of his own, landing several cuts that kind of seem to almost tear open along his arms and chest, as blood begins to streak down. And you hear people cheering and roaring, excited, bloodlust welling up in them. And this fight keeps going on for about 10 minutes of solid combat. This is an extreme you have not really seen before. And it seems the Steel Wolf is flagging. And he trips and falls back. And Cleaver! 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 As Brojma begins approaching slowly, tossing his shield aside and gripping the sword with both hands. As he whips it overhead in an almost artistic manner. And as he brings it down, you see the Steel Wolf bring up his legs as the Brojma bends over and kick. And Brojma gets sent back 20 feet onto his back. Everybody goes quiet as the Steel Wolf gets up, rolls his neck, and grips his sword hard. And
Who the hell is this one?
I don't know. But damn, is he good. I think you might have made a good bet. And they charge back at each other, going again. The Steel Wolf now going with a newfound fury and vigor that wasn't quite there before. And now he's pushed Brojma back onto the defensive. The sword's clattering and ringing, and you see now several deep cuts being made. And he then takes his greatsword, holds it over his shoulder, and takes his right arm, lunges forward, and jams his fist right into Brojma's chest.
Oh.
And you hear everybody go, "Oh!" as he falls back onto the ground. And you see the Steel Wolf beginning to turn away. Or as you hear the audience shouting, "Kill! Kill! Kill!" And booing beginning, as you can tell, Brojma's down. That he got hit probably in the solar plexus. He is wind's knocked out. Roll perception.
7. That's the second time I've rolled a 7 on perception this game.
You're so focused on watching the Steel Wolf walk away, but then you see him stop and turn around. And there's just Brojma and the Steel Wolf are looking at each other. And there's just, it seems, you can't really tell what's happening. You just see them standing and staring at each other. But after about 10 seconds, you see the Steel Wolf come back. And he grabs Brojma's helmet, lifts it up, and you can see his half-orc face with a few scars and a thick chin strip beard. And he sprawls himself out, looks up at the sky as the Steel Wolf takes off his helmet, but he's looking away from you. You can't see any facial features. But he lifts up his greatsword and plunges it into Brojma's heart. And you can see Brojma jerk a little before falling still. And the Steel Wolf kneels down and ceremoniously closes his eyes and gives a bow before putting his helmet back on. Everybody roaring in applause, in upset, in surprise. I'll be damned. Huh. Did you see that?
See what?
He was gonna spare him, but Brojma wanted to die. An honorable death. So he granted him that. That man's a warrior for sure.
Interesting.
Well, seems you've got some money to collect, buddy.
Seems so.
Come on, let's go.
Care for another drink? It's on me.
I love you already. You're my kind of crowd. You go back to the betting stand, and the man, well, if it ain't the risk taker, having it pay off for him. All right, champ, here's your money. He gives you a nice large sack that heads with a heavy shingle and a thud. Inside is 800 gold pieces.
Ooh.
You've earned that, champ.
The biggest risks always pay off the biggest rewards. Thank you.
You've been around him too long, Estadris. I just met him. Well, then he is your people. All right, come on, let's head back. So while that happened, you three or four, while at the tavern, you watch Estadrius and Vertier walk out. So you all. Wilfred, Jan, ideas?
You all ... We still need to get-
Like, I have some ideas, but I want to hear what you guys have first.
What was that, Thomas?
I said we still need to get information from you.
We still need to get information on Ethram.
Oh, right. Well, without Vertier here as your local, you will I'll need to make make an investigation check.
You need to find the Thieves
23.
Guild on your own.
20?
23.
Oh, 23. Ooh.
20 total.
I'm sure, yeah, you guys can do this.
Demaya, you've read about Eocine, and Wilfred has also read about it in his desire for knowledge and such. You know that there's information, well, there's always places to find at brothels, the gambling houses, shopkeepes, or if you really want to, you can try and seek audience with the emperor of the city and talk with him. It's always a possibility. But you also know that it may be in your best interest to find some normal clothes.
I still have normal clothes. I have leather armor, my royal clothes, and normal robes.
And Demaya already has her leather armor off. If you remember, she stuck that in her bag of holding.
And Demaya don't wear normal clothes.
No, she wears sexy clothes.
She wears fancy stuff.
Well, not too fancy.
Right.
So, yes, good places are...
distract from the natural beauty.
You can always check out the bazaars, the shops, brothels, gambling houses, or take a shot, see if the Emperor will, see if the Emperor will have you.
Well, I'm gonna guess here and say that if we go to enough places, then if we try the Emperor as our last resort, he'll have word that we've been around looking for the same guy throughout the entire town. So.
All right.
Well, I'll bite the bullet on this one and check out one of the brothels and see if I can use my feminine wiles to get us some information.
Okay.
All right.
Because it is a good place to start. I could easily get information out of people.
Yeah, if you think it'll work, then go for it.
As for the rest of you, I would suggest looking into any shops. Well, you're not quite the gambling sort. That's more of Vertier's type. So, I guess you should start with some shops. How about?
All right. Jan and Wilfred, roll perception.
So many papers.
17.
Well, at least that one looks a lot neater now.
15.
You look by and you see there are many shops nearby. There is the bazaar nearby with a lot of the stalls and the vendors selling a lot of things, produce, meats, fishes. But you do see there's a clothing store called the Silken Touch, gambling hall, roll of the dice. There's a weapons and armor shop near the Colosseum called Wares of the Warrior, with a curious little undersign. Famous seller of dwarf bone iron. And then there's also a shop with a what looks to be a potion vial called the Emerald Adder. And then also a general goods store by the name of Denarius's Deals.
You wanna go first?
Excuse me, sir. Did you just boop my foot?
Maybe.
I don't know that. What was it? The iron
Might have been
or the dwarf iron or something like that you were talking about?
The Warrior's Wares, famous seller of dwarf bone iron.
Let me get some water.
Dwarf bone iron. Okay. Maybe we should check out that place. Right.
Regina's, her eyes kind of perk up as she hears that. Yeah. Yes, I like that. Let's go. And she follows you, and you see a man leaning over an anvil, hammering away, with a widow's peak, black widow's peak hair and olive skin, pounding away, back to you all. As you see the forge going hot, smoke rising out of the chimney, several weapons along the walls, and you see pieces of armor that look, pieces of plate mail that look to be very thick, as well as other forms of plate mail and chain mail.
Just as a side note, Mom texted me saying if the weather gets bad for me to stay over just the night.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how the weather is, but
It's windy.
yeah.
So, yeah, the blacksmith is there, hammering away, and back to you.
All right. I guess I'll approach the blacksmith and ask him about the dwarf bone iron, because that seems rather unique.
As he's hammering away, you kind of tap him on the shoulder, and he jumps a bit. Oh, sorry there, boy. Didn't notice you. Welcome to. Just a second. He puts the thing. He puts it looks like a blade, a spearhead, back into the coals, with a pair of tongs. He wipes away some of the soot, but it winds up smearing. Welcome to Wares of the Warrior. Name's Caius. How can I help you?
Hi, my name's Wilfred. I was curious because I saw the sign talking about dwarf bone iron.
Ah, yes, dwarf bone iron, famous. Only place in all of Dralasia you're gonna find it.
Yeah. I was curious, like, what is that comprised of? Because when you say dwarf bone iron, my first assumption is just dwarf bone.
No.
Iron.
Oh, no, common misconception. Everybody, lots of people think that. No, we just call it dwarf bone because it's sturdy, strong, like a dwarf would be. It's found in local mines in the areas, in the mountains. It's got a very strange, it looks like normal iron, except there are these strange colored flecks in it that kind of look like bone fragments. They're not, we've checked. But when you smelt that stuff and turn it into ore, boy, does it make some good strong armor. It's heavy, so it's not in your best interest to wear a full set of it, but if you want a good solid piece of work, we use it for the gladiators. It's a strong guaranteed defense for those who want to take a blade. You could have a sword strike down on a good dwarf bone iron gauntlet, and you will not get a cut on your skin.
All right. Quick question: is steel a thing in this universe?
It is, but this is stronger than steel.
Okay, because I was just gonna ask, what about turning it into steel? Is there something that would work with it, or because it seems like it would be a good idea to do that?
Well, we call it dwarf bone iron because people get too concerned over dwarf bone just being the name of something. So, but it looks too close to iron to really want to call it steel. It's not so much that it's not that it can't go into. It's not that we don't put it into steel. It's that we can't. It's found in the iron veins here, and we can't extract it from the ores without ruining it. But I guarantee you, this is better than steel.
All right. That's very interesting. So plate mail and shields. Perhaps you make weapons from it too.
Oh, Well, not really. I wouldn't think of it. It makes again, this stuff is dense, it's heavy. You make something out of that, you have somebody strong enough to wield it. Guarantee you it'll pack a hell of a punch. But
imagine like a flail or a warhammer or something. But yeah, I get what you mean.
You would break a bone. I would personally, I'd love to see a dwarf bone maul. Big old hammer, somebody swinging that around. You would cave somebody in and and knock them clean. But I just don't see it happening. Not many people are that strong.
Well, my friend over here might be. I can't remember her name.
Regina,
yeah. Her friend Regina over here might be.
Well, I mean, I'd like to take my time and think on this before I want to commit to this. I mean, this sounds amazing. It sounds like just what I need, but also I don't want to waste all of my gold, and I don't even know if I have enough. Yeah, well, with extra defense does come extra price. So, this is worth the defense if you've got the coin.
Does Regina use a shield?
She does not. She uses a greatsword.
And she
Okay, so
has
she's not proficient
chainmail.
in block.
Yeah, she has chainmail. The idea of plate mail is very, very tempting for her. But she
We'll discuss that one.
I don't want to make that I don't want to make
Yeah.
a decision for her while she's away.
Yeah, because what I was thinking was something along the lines of like a gauntlet that had like a buckler attached to it or something.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
I remember that was a thing back in I think 3.5 or maybe even 2.
Well, you can always bring it up with him. That's the other thing I was going to bring up with the guys. If you want to try and enchant items or make your own items, like, if there's something creative you want to do, like, come to me. I will, I may say, I may say no. I may say you need materials for that, or I may say just roll for it.
A trick weapon. A different one.
All right, so,
Just a homemade one,
yeah, I mean, you just come to me with it. So, yeah, he's kind of looking at you. Well, I mean,
We can discuss this later.
all right.
In any case, there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. It was you wouldn't happen to have seen this this mysterious figure that showed up probably a few days ago. He's I can't describe him right now, but he's
Do you
like a
need
half
help,
elf, I
Nick?
think.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Regina
He
remembers
has
that he has an
auburn
eye patch.
hair. His hair is kind of
No,
pushed back
she's never met you.
with. It's not quite spiky, but it's kind of. But it's more pushed back, almost wind blown this way. He has his one eye covered up for reasons we do not know yet, and he's a half elf.
Probably because he has one eye.
Probably.
We do not know that yet.
Well, maybe he has one eye and then he has something else.
He's got
Like a
shirt on his
potato.
face.
Or he could just wear it for looks.
Edgelord?
Fashion eye patch.
But yeah,
I guess
auburn hair.
reiterate that to him because I won't be able to remember that right now.
And that he tends to rub people the wrong way when he's near them is a ongoing trend that we've been hearing.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. He was here yesterday asking about if I could make a dagger for him. He said he'd pay good coin, and I took the job for it. He might come by. I told him to come by in a couple days. He said he wanted a good quality weapon.
Very interesting. Yeah, okay. A couple of days you say, alright, I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he's just he's like a friend of a friend
Huh.
who I've been meaning to talk to for a while. He's got something that I need.
Well, hope you see him before that. Sooner the better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Hope to see you again about that armor.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Good job. That was very good. Regina kind of pats you on the shoulder. Good job. We got some information. So, but I don't know whoever this is. I don't think waiting a couple days is a good idea. So where next?
I guess we'll try a local tavern.
You were in one before. At the Champion's Chalice.
Right, there's the, I never did ask any questions.
You never
We kinda
did.
just sat around. Yeah, we kind of just sat around. What else is close by?
There's the general store, there's a potion shop, there's a clothes store, there's the gambling hall, and there's the brothel. Actually, while we do that, we'll quickly go over to Demaya. As you,
I don't think your viewers know that she's also a prostitute.
It's a character thing.
It's a living.
Surprise!
Yeah, Demaya is a prostitute as well as a bard. Woo! So you go over to the brothel, and oh,
Itchy eyeball.
as you enter this marble building with the name Pleasure House on it, you see depictions on the wall of naked men and women in various positions, of varying numbers of participants, should we say. And you see women in white cloth dresses with no tops on, exposed breasts, and you also see men in very short, what can only really be described as good, nice-looking loincloths. Well-toned, oiled-up bodies standing about abjectly. And
Are these paintings or sculptures or?
these are people.
These are people.
Yes, these are people.
Oh.
These are the whores of the house.
Oh.
Both men and women.
I thought you were describing like artwork or something.
Well, there was, but then you see the real thing.
Okay.
And are there multiple races, or is it just like...
There is a variety. You see
Okay.
primarily humans, but you do see a few dwarves, elves, half-elves, no dragonborn, oddly enough, but you also see a handful of halflings and gnomes, no, one half-orc each, and a couple satyrs.
Interesting.
And a dwarven woman comes up to you in a fine-looking dress and with a fan, with her hair braided up and pulled back in a knot. Can I help you, miss?
Yes, I was seeing if I could possibly lend some assistance for the time being. You see, I'm also in the pleasuring business and was seeing if I could get a bit of coin, and I figured this would be the right place to go, seeing as it's so beautiful both on the outside and the inside. I'm sure I can provide your clients with a good time, so to speak.
Roll persuasion.
Let's go, bro. Thank you, +9. And I don't need it because it was an ad 20 anyways.
Doesn't matter anyway. She rolled a 4.
That works
Well,
anyways.
Critical success.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that?
Without skipping a beat, while you're working here, any profits you made, 50% go to the house. Is this understood?
Makes perfect sense to me.
All right. Go to the side room. We'll get you in uniform.
And what may I call you, ma'am?
You call me madam.
But of
That's
course.
all. Go on, then. Go.
Right, she's gonna go off, and also... Sorry, I'm sorry for being on my phone so much. Mom has just told me that it's actually sleeting right now.
Really?
Jeebus.
Yes, she says sleeting bad now, so I'm just...
Mm-hmm.
That way you can judge if I have to stay over or not and just leave in the morning
Okay.
to go back.
All right. So what are you doing?
Gonna go over into the side room, like she said.
All right, and there's a halfling there. Ah, new blood, is it? Well, come over. She strip down.
All right. Gonna take off all of her clothes and such, so that it's just her bare, red, fucking naked body.
She the halfling looks at you. The halfling woman looks at you. Here you are, and she hands you a gown, a little dress bottom, a skirt. That's right, a long skirt, just like the rest, with a pair of sandals. All right, out onto the floor with you.
All right.
Shoo.
Good. Oh my god. We gotta head out onto the floor then.
As you're standing there and standing there among the others, they kind of all look at you and give a nod of approval.
Gonna give him a little nod back.
So are you just gonna wait until somebody bites?
And also kind of chat up the others a little bit and see if they might be of some assistance too.
All right. Well, the two close.
Probe for some information.
You're so clever.
There are the two immediately next to you are a human male with short blonde hair and a very chiseled features. Again, like everybody, just about everybody else in Eocine has that olive-toned skin. And then a half-elf woman with long brown hair tied back in a ponytail.
So, either of you seen any one-eyed half-elves lately? Been searching for him. Has something in mind. Figured I could come here for some help.
We're not supposed to talk about clients. It's against brothel rules.
Forgive my asking.
However, the man kind of leans in. The one thing that always talks in this city is coin.
How much would you like?
200 should do.
I just want to check how much I have, because I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, you're a rich girl, so...
She's a rich girl.
Fine. She's gonna hand over the 200
Not
gold.
that I wouldn't judge if you didn't want to pay it.
I'm trying to get
But
as
you
much...
are a rich girl.
Yeah, I got... Well, no.
Well, now you're rich. I'm pretty sure you're richer than her now.
What?
I got 1,240 gold.
Oh, you're close.
I
You're
had
behind.
1,700. Wait, I did the math wrong then.
So you're at 15. You hand over the gold. Yeah. He'll come. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Half elf. Kind of a raggedy band over his eye, right?
Auburn hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he.
Roguish charm.
What?
Roguish charm.
Oh, haha.
Oh.
Ain't nothing charming about him. Yeah, he'll come by every. He came by the first couple nights ago. Took some of the women. He paid good money. Yeah, you can probably find him about the city. Ain't no way he'd be gone with two of the women. The guard would be on him like that.
Interesting. Does he come round often?
Not since a couple nights ago, but again, guarantee you, he's in the city limits.
Anything else that you can tell me?
What would you like to know?
Anything and everything.
Well,
He has something of mine that I wish to get back.
well, He's dressed in our clothes, so he might be harder to spot. But not many people have his kind of hair, and fewer people have one eye, so you can find that. Also, look for somebody with 2 women around him. One of them was a human, black hair, long, waist long. Wears it unkempt. But when they're out on the street, they have to cover up propriety and all that. Long nose, green eyes. The other woman is a the other one is another half elf. Short blonde hair, blue eyes, very curvaceous. So look for those. Should be a pretty standout trio.
I'll definitely have my friends get on that then next time
Oi!
I see them.
You too. Stop using your mouths and start using your bodies. You're not here for idle chit chat. You're here.
Sorry.
Get back to dancing.
And the madam kind of walks up to you. Actually, you know what? If you're gonna use your mouths, use them for something better, like why you're here. This is a brothel. She smacks you both on the legs with the fan. You're here to please the clients, not chat with each other. This isn't a little pub.
Yes, madam.
She gives you a very stern stare, and you kind of instinctively go back a bit because you feel the authority radiating from her.
And this is why I usually forgot my belt.
Aye, and you'll be back to that soon if you don't keep your mouth shut. She turns and walks away. All right. Okay, so
Damn!
back to so Wilfred and Jan and Regina. You said you were going to the Emerald Adder, was it? Where were you going?
They hadn't decided, I don't believe.
Oh.
You can get a break real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
All right, everybody. We're going to take a 10-minute break. See you then. Welcome back to Dungeonerds. Good break.
We are back.
And Joe
With
is
food.
back with us too. Our paladin has returned. Okay, so last left off, we had just finished off with Demaya at the brothel, and now it's back to Wilfred, Jan, and Regina. Although if you want to go back to the Where's the Warrior, then feel free to, because they do sell normal. Well, they sell everything except for full plate. They do sell a breastplate. Although I think, if I'm remembering, that has an armor class of 16.
Well, plate says 18.
No, that's full. That's plate mail. This is a breastplate. Yeah. Yeah, they don't. There's also, they do a breastplate, but they don't do half plate or full plate. I think breastplate's under medium armor.
Would you like my book?
Just a question about long swords. What are the qualifications to have versatile in it?
Versatile means you can hold it with one hand or two hands. And when you hold it, so if it's a D8, if it's a,
with two hands, it's a D10.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's now the three of you. Virtir is at the Coliseum, Demaya's at the brothel, and you had just left the blacksmith. And you currently have, you could go to the gambling hall, you could go to the clothing shop, Silk and Touch, you could go to the brothel yourself, you could go to the potion/alchemy shop, the Emerald Adder, a general store of Daenerys' deals, or you can go back to Champion's Chalice. You could go to the Coliseum or try the Palace.
Good lord, you were hungry.
Considering there's a Coliseum where
I said good lord, you were hungry.
It was really good.
Well, if he wants more, feel free to.
practice techniques.
Good, thank you.
You don't know. You've had an overall sheltered life. The only place you've been other than Calrist was Dranthal, the capital city, on your religious journeys with Father Donovan. However, did you want to ask the others?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there's a place that they maybe, especially if they just knew there was a place I could practice techniques with swords or something, not to battle, just to practice.
Jan and Wilfred, roll history.
What's history based on?
Intelligence.
Yeah, 11.
11? And what'd you get, Wilfred?
23.
Wilfred, with the naturally with the Coliseum, there's a place for the gladiators underneath for them to train and relax in between matches, especially for those who are well-loved champions with not really much of a place to go, or don't have a place of their own already within the city limits. They can sleep there, and there's plenty of training areas there. But unless you are a competitor, you're going to have a tough time getting in.
Alright. Good to know. So I guess if you're trying to do what you want to say you want to do, then you might want to become the dude that does the thing. Whoa! Really? Can you write that down for me?
I too want to do the thing.
I might yet.
Articulate it.
Well, a dude or dudette just goes around and does a thing. And when the thing is done, and you keep going around doing things. That's what that means, I think. Nothing you said sounded any sort of intelligent.
Wilfred, roll 1d6.
Roll 1d6 to see if I'm going to decline on that one.
What?
I'm going to decline on that one.
Roll it.
I'm eating an ice cream sandwich right now, so that's why I'm saying this.
Anyway, Wilfred relays this to, relays, what he recalls to Regina. Essentially saying, unless you're competing, good luck.
Just gotta steal some more. Because I am full. It was very filling. I feel like because I didn't eat all of it.
Are there any religious buildings in the town? I don't know if you said that already.
Actually, you do notice, there are several, churches and temples around, but, roll religion. Make a religion check.
Religion? Are you sure you don't want to eat one?
Oh, I'm sure. Thank you, though.
Do you want some more?
21. Oh, no, 19. I missed that. 19.
Poor, I will feel bad if I don't eat all of this because it was really good.
So what you notice is, you notice there's a something, in common with, the temples and gods around here. None of them are lawful alignment. As it were, a lot of these gods would, in the alignments are neutral or chaotic.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of in line with the ways of the city. This is not really a place of necessarily law. A lot of people would consider the lawful gods prudish and uptight in this sort of area, where the morals are as loose as the women. Yes?
And some of the men
I
apparently.
disapprove.
Oh, you disapprove.
I disapprove.
I'm going to have to agree with Jan on that one. I'm going to disapprove of
You
that.
you look around and you see all these temples, and you see this. You certainly now, after having been here for about an hour, you just kind of now notice that there are people, drunken in the streets, reveling, people in very scantily clad clothes, and you just kind of have this disapproving little sneer. Not a sneer, but a snarl.
Not approved, but
I'm suddenly judging all iron.
You're standing in the street like y'all need Jesus.
Y'all need tear.
you need some fucking structure in your life.
I'm going to.
And yet y'all are
judge
traveling
them
with a
in my mind
prostitute.
very quickly.
You judge
I'm not
and
saying
think
that
them
I
all
need
as
Jesus.
broken heathens with no sense of religious standing. So where are we going to next?
Well, we had 2 other stores at least, didn't we?
Well, let's see. Potion shop, clothing shop, gambling house. Probably not going to go there considering you have a monk and a paladin there. Yeah, potion shop, clothing shop, general store, and you can go back to the tavern. Because other than Estadrius, you guys really didn't do much there. You could try the Colosseum, or you could go to the palace.
I'm going to go to the clothing shop, get myself some winter clothes, because you said it was colder here.
No, it's
No.
warmer here. You take off your cloaks
Or
because...
warmer here, not...
Also, people are very much as you're looking at everybody, they're all still looking at you because again, you're wearing chainmail and the very amount.
I have regular clothes I wear when I'm not in combat.
So you changed?
Demai and I can be on team.
Well,
Morality is
yeah,
relative.
when we were in town, I changed into regular clothes. I didn't-
Okay. You don't. Then never mind.
Since then, so I stayed in.
If it applies to us.
True.
People are You get occasional stares, but that's only because of the look on your face. You kind of, you have that very disapproving downward look.
Our business in the shadows is nobody's but our own.
So, you go to,
Darkness reigns.
Darkness fist bump.
You go to the clothing shop, which is called
The
the...
Degenerates.
Okay, enough. You go to the clothing shop. That's the last one. Both of you. All right, so you go to
I'm
the...
sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. We're just trying to keep the train rolling. So you go to this clothing shop by the name of the Silken Touch, and you see a human woman, a curved human woman with this wearing a nice white dress with loose straps. You can clearly see her shoulders. With a braided black hair, come up to you. Yes, how may I help you?
I was just wondering what kind of wares you might have.
Only the finest local garb, good for those of the scholarly nature, those who wish to have some culture.
Can you give me more of like a inventory list?
We have dresses, we have tunics, we have the ever popular toga with the youth.
Keeps these days.
Sandals, boots. All often accustomed for this warmer climate.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to purchase something?
I think I'll just look for a bit and I'll let you know.
If you need me, my name is Alexandra.
Like
Thank
the
you.
library?
Not like the library.
That's the Library of Alexandria.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And she turns away and goes back. And you see there's a variety of clothings of different levels of revealing. But given your nature, you're walking over to the men's side, and you see outfits that are actually reminiscent of what Estadrius was wearing. Estadrius was wearing. Sort of this shorts, this sleeved shirt that has a collar that goes about to the neckline, sleeves to about the elbows, and then a sort of a robed a tunic that goes about to the calves over top of it with some trousers. Eyeing this one, I see. Given your build, I mean no offense by this, but you do have a build similar to that of our local champion. I believe that
Who might?
Estadrius, young miss, Estadrius. Surely you know of her.
Yes, I ran into her earlier.
Well, did you take a hint from her? You don't need to wear a dress to be a woman. She's fine proof of that.
How much for the outfit?
For this? 10 gold.
I'll take it.
Very well. She takes a moment to look at you, puts a finger to her lips. Ah, yes, here we are. She takes a few back, and she pulls out one. This should be just your size. Here you are.
I hand her the gold.
She takes it and hands you this. You now have Eocine garb. While you're wearing this, you have +1 to all charisma-based checks and saves. However, you cannot get this while you're wearing armor over top of it. This is a scholarly, sort of cultured-looking outfit.
And it's only in Eocine that...
No, anywhere, as long as you're wearing this, you will get +1 to all charisma-based checks and saves.
Okay.
Nice.
I was just curious.
It does not increase your charisma
It just gives me a +1 to the save.
and the check. So if you like it, so for persuasion, deception, performance.
I probably won't be using deception, but
Yeah, well, just, to tell you.
yeah.
And it, but yes, your armor class, you are not wearing armor with this. And
You feel naked.
but as you put it on, you go back to a little changing room. You put it on, you do feel a sense of being cultured and a little more refined while wearing this. You feel more that also you kind of blend in, while you don't feel you've sacrificed your ways not to just because you're a woman doesn't mean you have to be feminine. You still feel that pride.
Got it.
It's a good fit on you.
Harry.
What?
You're a woman, Harry.
Ironic, 'cause my brother's playing Harry Potter right now. But I'm gonna rejoin the group after that.
As you come out, you see Regina now in this rather nice looking outfit. It does make her look smarter. It makes her look well rounded. Very impressive.
No, was he?
I don't know when you're doing that.
So, you look fearful.
Huh? Ha 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 ha. Roll a d4. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
One, I got a heart attack, I died.
You hear,
False Christmas party.
and you feel something hit your head. As you wipe it, you see white.
Karmic justice.
Why have you forsaken me?
Okay, so you.
Jesus, like a spit shadow.
Come at me, Joe.
He's not a door.
No, like squeaky clean, like cleaning it off.
So coming out,
I got it.
You found no information, but you do look nice. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. So, did you find out anything? Nope. Why did you even go in there?
Because I wanted to buy something. I fit in better.
You do realize that is the point of a store, is often to buy something. And you feel like you've learned something today, Jan.
I wanted to fit in better here.
I learned that I learned nothing.
We've all learned something today.
You for that information.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Well, I mean, you're not near us right now, are you?
No.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Alright, so.
I'm just standing there going like this, like, Jesus.
Like, you're just like, in the distance, I can feel them being stupid.
Yes. Meta.
Obviously, I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't get any more information, but the fact that you were being a bit ignorant is kind of just like, why? It's pretty obvious. You being ignorant. Just not, we're not taking in the fact that you... Perhaps you don't see what's
Not-
around us. This is rather overwhelming for me in my delicate senses.
You do see that Jan is very uncomfortable here.
Bruh.
He wants to be gone.
Yeah.
This is not his kind of place. This is not Regina's kind of place either, but she seems to be adapting to it well enough. Or she's hiding it well enough.
I have to adapt somewhat to not give us away.
Don't give away, girl. Don't give away.
Hold on.
Don't give away.
Nope. Okay, so Anything else you're gonna do right now, or?
I want to go to the potion shop.
People are looking at you very uncomfortably, and you can see they're giving you a little bit of a berth as you are, as they see this angry man who has a angry bald man with some poo on his head.
That is offensive. Honestly, no. That is not a birthmark. That is painful.
Not the bird. The
Not
bird poop.
The bird poop on his head. Yeah. Who?
Stop assuming your punishment.
They kind of give you a berth, and as they are very clearly uncomfortable around you with your sour demeanor and dome with a splotch of poo-poo.
You're harshing their vibe.
Oh yeah.
First off, I will wipe off that.
Okay. You kind of you take your hand, wipe, and
No, not with a hand. Make a survival check. Oh, shit.
okay. What'd you use?
Then I have to go wash my hand, and the water's gonna be unsterile. That means when I go use my hand to something else, I'm gonna get sick. What are you thinking?
All right. What are you doing? What are you doing, monk man?
Yet you were a farmer.
Do everything. I grabbed something like a rag. And what the hell?
From his ass.
You gonna go to the store to buy it?
You see no rags nearby, just lying about.
I'll use a sleeve.
All right. You use your sleeve. Just.
That's gross.
I mean, a poopy sleeve is better than a poopy hand.
True. Good. Good. We'll put that on a fortune.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Okay.
Okay.
So yes, now you see the stairs kind of subsiding a little bit more as you don't draw so much attention to yourself with the head poo. So now where to?
Can we please go to the freaking potion shop? I mentioned that like 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
Nope.
As you go into the
Wrong.
Emerald Adder, you see immediately shelves of vials of varying color, and at the front of the desk is a elven male with short red braided hair, standing there with his arms crossed over the counter. Ah, yes, hello. Welcome to the Emerald Adder. My name is Envar. I'm the shopkeep. How may I help you?
Alright.
Stand up and stretch for a little bit. Sorry about needed.
What kind of question is that?
It is my choice of fashion, sir. I question your choice of cloth. He just motions to your kind of your not he doesn't notice the poo stain, but he does notice that you have very travel worn garb. Well, for one thing, you look like less than a peasant with that. I mean no offense, but compared to the rest of the garb that people wear here. Anyway, my discourtesy aside, how may I help you?
Yes, I was just wondering, what, I know this is a rather broad question, but what major, like, if you could categorize your potions as different, well, categories, what would you have?
Well, let's see. We have plenty of stock of certain healing potions. We have a few potions that give you, how to put it, physical enhancements of varying nature depending on the price you're looking for. We also have some potions to broaden one's mind, some potions sheerly for recreational purposes, and roll. Bless you.
Yawn, what the heck?
What did he say?
He said he'd buy the recreational purpose one.
I just thought of the best name for an armor shop ever.
Nice.
Male enhancement.
But you are here, you poo arm stained bald man.
Again, you're kind of quiet, Thomas. So.
He said, "Pretend I didn't say that."
Oh.
Just pretend I'm not here.
Ah. So.
It's okay.
And roll insight.
What is inside?
Intelligence, I believe. No. Yes. It's intelligence.
No.
No, it's wisdom.
Yeah,
Really? Oh,
yeah.
insight is wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit!
What?
What?
Typically,
I actually put points into that.
the most common thing I've heard for insight is telling when somebody's
Jesus.
lying to you.
That face, though.
Points in it. Whoa!
Wow.
Oh shit!
Oh, snap.
22.
22?
22.
All right.
I
Nice.
have great insight.
You can see he's kind of keeping something as he lists off his potions. He has a very uncomfortable look, and you can tell kind of his breathing altered just slightly as he stopped.
What are you doing?
What?
You're hiding something. What are you doing? What are you doing?
He leans in and kind of brings his finger in. Now.
I don't lean any closer.
You don't have to have the microphone that close.
You lean back.
Lean back.
Not you. He points to Regina, not you. You can...
I put my hand in the shoulder.
And he kind of leans to Wilfred.
Put my hand in his shoulder. No.
I'm not
I
gonna
slapped
leave.
it on.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, okay, I'm not gonna.
And he speaks in a softer tone. We do carry a very small but potent selection of poisons for those who prefer to work more in the dark. Clearly on the hush-hush, though. You understand.
Yes. What? I do. What sort of assholes do we look like to you?
Shut the fuck. You didn't hear that. You remember you leaned back. You didn't hear him say that. Fine.
I said that he leaned back. He did. I don't know if he actually leaned back or just. Fine. I said that with no context.
Well, clearly, the arseholes who would come in and judge a man by his hair without even confronting him on business.
Hey, that wasn't me. That was this guy. That was Mr. Pooh staying on arm right there.
He looks over and he does notice... He does notice smeared poo.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
The pool.
Oh, yes.
Oh. So, yes. That is my full stock, sir. But, you don't seem the type for it.
That's all that.
Solid with bacon.
Yes. Poison. That aside, so you said something along the lines of mental alterations? in that
Yes.
sense?
Mental enhancements. Things to, broaden your senses, broaden your intellect, even if briefly.
That's very interesting. So you have, I'm guessing you have different kinds, mostly just through mind and, like, perception. Basically different senses is what you're saying?
For sensory potions, yes. But if you do want things that will briefly heighten your intelligence, then yes, we provide those. We provide all sorts here. Without all of those, chemical laws, as they would have in Dranthal. We have much more to offer here.
So when you say that, you're talking about possible side effects.
Side effects? No, of course not. This is a reputable business, sir. It's harder to...
That's why those were that was just like subtle implications.
No, these are all perfectly legal. However, in Dranthal, it is more difficult to sell these because of strict regulations, and they try to keep it simply to things such as health potions and the like.
Fair enough.
So, would you like to buy?
Yes. What are your? I'm thinking of prices now. What are we looking at here for? I guess mental enhancement.
Well, let's see. He kind of goes to the shelves behind him, looking at all of these different kind of vials, walking along about near to the right wall from when you came in. How strong are you looking for, sir?
Fuck up. Well, maybe something minor, but perhaps it could last a good while.
Ah, a potion of low effect but long duration. Now, this is purely intellectual, or is this just intellect, just mental? Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's see. This should do it. He pulls out a small vial. He pulls out a beaker. Beaker? No, this is a vial.
Vial. Yeah.
A vial of
Flask?
No, not a flask. This is a vial.
It is a vial.
Of this glowing liquid that goes between different shades of blue. That goes between a very dark royal to a very light sky blue. This is an extended potion of sage mind. That was me, probably.
Don't worry, I am listening. I'm just trying to preoccupy
This
myself.
is an extended potion of sage mind. It's not a strong potion, but it will last you for a good while. So, for this, 200 gold.
Okay. With that in mind, these possible hush hush on the down low kind of other product you have.
Yeah.
What types of ailments are we talking about here?
Well, he kind of looks around, giving a very wary look to Regina. And he kind of then leans in again to speak softly. We do have basic poisons. Simple coating of the weapon. Put it in a drink. It's not a guarantee to kill, but it shall certainly make somebody quite ill. But we do have deadly ones. Cause grave injuries to become even graver. Make the blood burn. However, these will cost a pretty penny.
That's fair. I was looking something in the less lethal, more non-lethal, perhaps paralyzing, maybe.
Paralyzing poisons. Don't get one for that often. Non-lethal. I like it. Let me go see in the back. For now, I'll just... He puts the vial of the extended sage's mind back on the shelf behind the counter. And he exits behind a cloth curtain. And he, and about after 2 minutes, he comes back with a little rack with 3 small vials that have a vial of liquid that alternates like between a lava lamp kind of green and yellow. And this is a basic poison of paralysis. You put it on a weapon, and so long as it'll get into the blood, or put it something where it'll get into the bloodstream, it's very likely to make a nice, short form of paralysis. Enough for you to get some dirty deeds done.
Dirty deeds.
So this is potent on something perhaps like a half-elf, or a full orc, if need be?
A half-elf, most certainly. You'll have a tough time getting into the bulkier sorts, but there is always a strong chance, but for a half-elf, near guarantee.
Alright. So What prices are we talking here?
Ah, for this, for a paralysis poison. 350.
What about 300?
Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion.
That's charisma.
Oh shit! I invested in that one.
Oh shit!
Nice.
You have what? 3 people in persuasion?
Yeah. So 26.
Oh. Pfft. And you said how much gold?
I'm gonna say 250.
250. Roll again.
20 total.
Very well. I like you. You come across as an honest fellow who isn't afraid to get something done. So, 250 for this, and did you still want the one of the extended potion of the Sage's Mind?
Now that I think about it, no, but I was on the topic of half-elves.
Yes.
Would you happen to have seen any half-elf with, like, auburn hair, like, windswept, perhaps, like, an eye patch or something around here recently? Like, he's an old friend of mine, but I've been meaning to talk to him about something.
An old friend you wish to poison, apparently.
No, those are 2 different topics.
Very well.
2 different friends.
Unfortunately, I cannot say I have. Our clientele here isn't the most frequent. I've never seen one coming by around here. Unfortunately. If I had, I would tell you. Good coin. You pay, you've bought, so you've earned something, but I have nothing.
Quite understandable. Alright, well, thank you for your business.
Of course. He takes... What?
I was gonna... No, keep going.
He takes your gold, and before he hands you the paralysis poison, he puts it into a little velvet sack, and then cinches it shut, and then hands it to you. Don't let anybody see that. It's not meant for the eyes of the common populace, or that of the guard. Am I to be understood? If you are caught with that, I am not liable. I'm glad we understand each other. Then, safe travels, unless the 2 of you would also like to do business and purchase some potions. You seem to be the kind who need that of healing, given... Well, he actually just points to Jan. Regina, not so much, actually. Very well. Then, take care.
So, as we leave, I'm going to ask Wilfred what he just bought, because I'm assuming I didn't hear any of that conversation because I wasn't listening to it.
All right.
In character.
All right. Good for you.
So I'm going to ask Wilfred what he bought, because it looks mysterious.
Something that will help us down the line, that's for sure.
Can I get more details than that, please?
When we find who we're looking for, this will help us with dealing with him. Let's go with that.
So realizing I'm not going to get much more of an answer, I'm going to pocket that for now, like the conversation. But I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind because it's suspicious.
All right. You give it a look, and you let it be for now. But you're wary. So we're gonna go back to Vertier for now.
All right.
You are back at the Champion's Chalice with Estadrius. Wow, hell of a show today.
Best one I've seen in a long time.
So, did you actually ever ask her about Ethram?
Nope.
No.
Well, how long you staying here? Or are you actually coming back to be a member?
Not sure yet. Like I said, still looking for a friend. Not quite sure.
Well, you did mention that earlier. again, I can help you, but you gotta give me something here.
Well, perhaps. Half-elf. Keeps one of his eyes covered. Auburn hair.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Amber eyes, auburn hair, kind of kept back. Has 2 women with him.
Sounds like him.
Yeah. I've seen him here. He comes by in the afternoon sometimes for a drink.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Must have missed him earlier.
Once I find that information out, I have an idea.
Could have, maybe. So, well, I mean, yeah, I've seen him here. He goes about. Very happy-looking guy. I don't know why, but just, I want to punch him. He hasn't done anything wrong. I don't know why. Just something makes me want to punch him.
You're not the first, trust me.
Huh. After a little while, you're done at the brothel having, let's see. After your business and after your take, coming back with your take, you've come back with, 100 gold.
So do we all want to meet up again, or are we just gonna...
And did I get any information along the way?
You got what you got.
Alright.
You did not want to risk the madam's wrath.
Well, I mean, from, like, the clientele.
You were too busy in your activities.
Okay.
So we're all
You
meeting back up then?
Yeah.
you all meet up again at the Champion's Chalice. And you see Astadrius kind of looks over and notices they're all kind of looking. You know these people?
Traveling companions.
Ah, well, look like a good sort. Good sort. Not sure about the one in the robe, though.
Oh, he's fine.
You. I like that one. She points to Regina.
Well, thank you.
When you said the one in the robe, are you pointing at me?
Yes.
Or, okay.
You're the only one with robes on here.
It's true. It's true. So, I guess I should welcome you all to Eocine. City of Fun.
You could say that again.
Quite an enjoyable town.
I had a bit of fun myself. I got some nice information.
I'm gonna let you all have at it. I'm gonna go see if I can have some sparring at the Coliseum. It was great meeting you all.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss...
Estadrius.
Pleasure. Demaya.
She gives you a strong grip and your hand is very squeezed. She walks.
It's a pleasure.
She gives you a roll strength.
Nat 20.
You keep a good hard grip on her, and you give it a firm shake, and both of you kind of start to get veins and muscles.
I've been wanting to spar with her anytime.
Oh, I like you. Come find me anytime. I'll take you below. We'll have at it. And she kind of looks to Wilfred and yawn. She gives you a bow in return. She gives you a confused look. Right. And she walks out.
I'm gonna ask the Maya and Vertier if they found out anything about our friend.
Oh, my God. You would not believe what I found out before I nearly got my ass kicked by quite an angry dwarven madame.
So you had an interesting afternoon then.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is about now. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening.
Found out our little friend has been seen quite multiple times around here. He has on the clothing of the common folk here. He's traveling around with 2 women, and she's gonna describe what they look like as well. And
So that about confirms it.
that's all I could gather before I got my legs slapped multiple times by a fan.
You do have some red marks along your thighs. Well, they're on the front of your thighs. Now that you're back in normal clothes, it is visible. Well, I say red, but it's a dark crimson. Given your
because I'm already red. Oh, I felt worse. Whenever you get clientele with riding crops, oof. And I've had some unsavory folk in the past.
Sorry to hear that, but what you've learned seems to confirm what I've learned. It seems that a friend might frequent this area. Seems he comes here in the afternoon sometimes, often with 2 women.
Those must be the girls.
I would assume so.
He's probably using them to blend in, not as well as with his clothing.
He does seem the type to try to stand out to blend in.
So you're telling me that he comes to this tavern every day?
Possibly. It seems so.
Now, suppose I was in here. He doesn't know my face.
True.
He does not.
Excuse me, what?
What?
I didn't hear that last bit. It was
Oh.
kind of...
I said that he doesn't know my face, but if I was in the tavern to see if he showed up, then I could get you guys.
That is true.
And we can make you a bit appealing to his eye to attract his attention. I could work with you. I know you're not the super feminine sort, but we need something to catch his eye.
I'm gonna give you a bit of a concerned look because I don't like doing that kind of thing.
I won't harm you. It's only temporary. Trust me, the
gotta
only
see
reason
eye
I
to eye
dress
this
up
one.
like this is to attract clientele, whether I am singing, playing, or playing. Otherwise, I wouldn't wear normal clothes. Plus, I like this color. It suits my skin tone.
I'm gonna reluctantly sign, fine.
Oh, good. This is going to be so much fun. I've been with men for far too long, and I finally get to have some girl time.
You feel,
Enjoy that.
Regina, you feel very concerned with all of the implications of this.
Yeah.
Wink.
And mental judging starts now.
It's her
Enjoy that.
character.
I think it would be best if we took a room nearby. I wonder if they have rooms available here.
They do. That is what the second and third floors of this establishment are for rooms.
Might as well get some rooms then. See what they have available.
You go to the front. You go to the barkeep and ask about rooms. Yeah, we got rooms for you. 5 gold a night.
And how many do you have available?
Excuse me. He's cleaning out a glass or a wooden mug. We got 3.
So we're going to have to double up a bit.
Suppose so. If you're all together.
Aye.
By the way, name's Marcus. He gives you a nod. He's normally figured, short, curly brown hair. Yeah, I run the chalice. So, that'll be 5 gold, 15 gold. Sorry, 15 gold for the rooms. If you're looking to double up for 2.
So how do you want to do this?
I'll handle it. I made my coin for today.
All right.
I meant how are we handling who's
Who?
Well, excuse me, Miss Paladin.
See that in the tap.
Huh.
I don't give a shit. When you're traveling with me, you're not going to be incognito.
Thomas, what? Okay. Damn it, bring that mic closer, man.
How is it so quiet? I don't.
We can barely hear
Yeah,
you.
I can barely hear you.
It's like usually about a hand's width away, like a hand's length away from.
I mean, you sound fine. It was when you leaned back.
Leaning back is like this. How's this?
You sound. I don't know why it didn't pick you up.
It's because you were talking quieter. You gotta use.
Bah!
Project.
Yeah.
It sounds a bit quiet, yeah.
So, rooming.
Well, perhaps you two can share a room, you and Regina.
And who
so that
wants
you
to
can-
have their own room as well? We need to figure that out. If Regina does not mind staying in a room with me. Don't worry, darling. I will not bring any clientele into the room.
Okay.
Okay.
Nor will I try anything on you.
Not sure how to take that.
She's trying to be respectful of you. She's not trying to
Yeah, I
push
know,
herself onto
but
you.
My character is also very naive. I mean, I've always traveled outside the city to go to the capital.
Just think a little on that.
Marcus is kind of looking at you all, wanting to know who's with. You know what? Here.
Like I
You
said,
all
take
sort
my
that
room.
out.
I'm fine with rooming with Jan.
All right.
I'll take
Good to
the
know.
room, then.
He takes your gold, hands you 3 keys.
Excellent.
You, and you. He points to Demaya, and then and Jan. Your rooms are on the 2nd floor. Yours is on the 3rd.
Thank you very much, Marcus.
You're welcome. Welcome to the Chalice.
Gonna head to the room.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave all my extra gear in the room, and then
I pull our rogue to the side, and I say to him, so while I was out today, I went to this potion shop, and I found this quite intriguing potion that might help us
Game chili.
in our attempt to subdue our person of interest.
really
Yes.
interesting.
It's a potion of paralysis.
Ah, quite useful.
Yes, I don't know if you want to make use of it when the time comes, but if you do need it, just let me know.
Excellent. Thank you. Much appreciated. What was this store?
For taking care of, I keep forgetting his name.
Ethram?
No, what was
Yeah,
this
the
shop?
store.
What was this shop?
Yeah, that's Ethan.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's asking the name of the potion shop.
up.
Oh, the potion shop. Oh, I don't remember what that was called. I called it the potion shop.
It was called the Emerald Adder.
The Emerald Adder.
Oh,
Jesus, man, write this shit down if
We'll
you
have to
can't.
look
Y'all
into
should be
this
writing
later.
all this shit down.
we'll have to look into this
I don't
later.
have any
Very
paper.
interesting. Thank
That's
you.
why I wanted to go up to
It's
the
a bit of a
shop
pretty penny,
over in
but
Whitehall to get
It's
one
well
of
worth
those.
it.
But they have a cool journal there that I wanted to get.
All right, so you all now it's about 6 in the evening. You've all chatted. You all have settled. You've gotten into more. You've unloaded your gear into the room. Some of you might have kept certain items on you. Oh, that was another thing I meant to ask. Nick, do you require your staff to cast spells? Do you require a catalyst, or can you just use your hands?
I'm pretty sure it was the staff that was the catalyst.
Okay, just making sure. Just for future reference.
Everybody's got to have some kind of arcane focus.
I think
is what it's
sorcerers
technically
don't. I don't think sorcerers
Oh,
do.
you're right. I don't think
I
they
think
do.
sorcerers are the only...
I think I can just read from my spellbook.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's wizards require a wand and...
Well, I don't think they require anything in particular in 5e. I think it's just referred to as an arcane focus.
I do think, but yeah, it's warlocks and wizards require a focus, but sorcerers don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking. So yeah, you're all now in your rooms. They're decent beds. Mixtures of straw and feather with thick bolts of cloth over it, and a simple pillow with a couple blankets on. As it's gotten a little more into the evening, you have nice, comfortable torches and fireplaces in your room. You can sort of start to feel at night, as the sun has gone down, the chill of autumn creeping into the city.
I think I'm gonna head out for a bit then.
All right.
And then Demai is going to discuss with Regina what their plan for tomorrow will be.
All right, we're gonna have you go first then.
All right. So, in order, based on the women that he's with, we need to make you stand out from them. Your hair is... I could definitely work with that. We can add a bit more of a bounce to your curls. Can add a little bit of makeup. The clothing... Are you opposed to wearing more feminine clothing, or would you prefer to have that? I don't want to make you too uncomfortable.
I prefer what I have.
Alright, then we'll just fluff you up a bit. She gives a reassuring smile.
Do you feel
Roll
reassured?
persuasion, and you can make a charisma roll against it, roll insight actually.
Do you feel reassured?
Insight. That's a 20.
25.
You're skeptical, but you see, I mean, you look at Demaya and you do think to yourself, she is a very beautiful woman. She seems to know what she's doing. I suppose if I have to put myself in her hands, at least I'm putting myself in a set of capable hands.
So Demaya's gonna kind of take some curlers that she has, like her own makeshift curlers, to kind of do up Regina's hair.
Wait, yes, Regina.
We still haven't discussed what we're actually doing besides from...
Well, that's why she's going to be talking while doing your hair.
Okay. I didn't know we were going to get into that.
Yes, you just didn't let me get to that.
God, you know the first thing about girl talk.
It's like you're not a girl. What the hell?
You don't have to be a girl to know about girl talk. God.
Anywhoodle. So while Demaya's doing Regina's hair, she's going to say, well, with Ethram in particular, he's the sly type. So you're going to not only want to attract him with your looks, but you're going to want to attract him in other ways. You do not want to directly talk to him about us. You really want to get into a conversation with him, kind of get him alone, so that way we're easily able to get to him. Perhaps find a spot where we can ambush him, if need be. But I'm going to warn you, it may be a little bit difficult. Alright, let me put this into perspective. Imagine me as a male half-elf, with how my attitude is. And a little bit combined with Verteers. That's Ethram. so you can judge from there. But we will be watching. We will make sure that you are safe. And I know you are more than capable of handling yourself. But if something were to go wrong, I have no problem with kicking that little half-elf's ass.
Good to know.
But the curlers are for her to sleep with that way, you know. If you didn't know already. But I don't know what else to say. Got anything else you want to say, Joe?
No.
Okay. So we're good.
All right. So Ethram, or fucking shit cock. White hair. Vertier.
Yes.
White hair, sly hand.
Okay, so what are you doing now?
I'm gonna try and find the Thieves Guild. There's got to be something in the area.
History.
That's what do I have in history. 20.
He looks like a flower now.
Maybe it's not a guild, but maybe there's something.
You do know that there is a sort of a loose network of underground information. You wouldn't. It's not necessarily hidden. It's definitely not to the same level of authority that and secrecy that it is in Dranthal. It's not quite policed because, oddly enough, that sort of guild here does kind of do its own sort of work. It is sort of contributory towards the city. It's not regulated or by any means, but it wants to keep to its own. It wants to keep its own city safe for the sake of.
I just had Terry Pratchett flashbacks.
I know. I knew you would.
Joe, you know about
that?
They've arrested the head of the Thieves Guild. Why? For being head of the Thieves Guild.
But you do know, you can find it in a lot of the areas. Such that you can find it at you could, with the right kind of, with the right words, and the right phrases, and the right persuasions, you could go to any brothel, go to any gambling house, even some of the stores. Will have your access.
Oh, maybe I'll go to that Emerald Adder then.
All right. You want to hurry. A lot of the shops are beginning to close with this time. It's now about 7.
Okay, I'll hurry there.
All right, so you rush over and you see the sign. You see the torch sconces have begun to become lit. Have become lit along the streets. Guards are now starting to patrol. Are you in normal clothes, or are you back in your blackened outfit?
Well, that is my normal clothing.
Okay.
Essentially.
You kind of hurry along, and you see this shine with a potion vial with a green snake around it over the shop in the name Emerald Adder, and you hurry in, and there's the elven man Envar. Yes, good evening. Welcome to the Emerald Adder.
Thank you very much. An associate told me that I could find some interesting potions here.
Yes, we carry a wide selection of potions of health, of physical, mental amplification, recreational even.
Is there anybody else in the store?
No, it's just...
All right. Let me see your poisons.
He looks shocked. Poisons? There's no poisons here.
Sir, your store is called the Emerald Adder.
It is a name alone.
I see. Let me see your poisons.
He drops that kind of smile and looks at you very annoyed and gives you a very strong-looking, come the fuck over here. Try keeping your voice down. Try keeping your voice down, then, if you want that sort of business.
All right. I'd like to see your poisons.
Very well. What are you looking for, if I may? Or are you just looking for generic poison?
What kind of poisons do you carry?
We have basic poisons. We have potent poisons. We have poisons that can stop muscles. We have poisons that can corrode away at the insides. We have poisons that can cause hallucinogenic effects. We have poisons that can even cause temporary blindness.
Hallucinogenics.
Yes.
Interesting. And how much would those be?
A hallucinogenic... How strong, how long? How potent would you want it to be? How long would you want it to last?
Not something that will do permanent damage. Something that will disorient someone quite a bit.
So something of a mid-grade. And how... Would you want this to be only for, say, a few minutes? Or would you want this to last for hours?
What's the price difference?
Well, if you're looking for... if you're wanting something of a mid-grade, something to last for about 1 minute would be 750 gold. If you want something lasting hours, that'll be about 1,200 for that kind of poison.
I see. What do the lower grades do?
The lower grades will cause some minor hallucinations, disorientations. Those ones would be about 300.
For just the one for a few minutes?
For a few minutes, yes. If you want something lasting longer, that would be about 700.
I see. Anything for paralysis?
Paralysis poisons, yes, we actually... Yes. You're looking for something basic, strong, short, long?
Well, something that will last for a bit.
And
Tell me the prices of either.
If you want something lasting, a weak paralysis poison, that would more or less, it would slow them down. It wouldn't entirely paralyze them. But wanting it to be a long-lasting, that would be about 650 gold. If you want something that's potent and a full stop, and you want it to last for a few hours, that'll run you up to 900. Poisons are a very, very tricky business, and they are lucrative.
I could buy 2 horses for that.
I mean, it's not really legal to sell poison, so of course you can jack up the prices. Horses are legal. Poisons are not. Especially in cities.
Yeah, I'm done here.
Alright? Well, have a good evening, sir. Be safe. Tell no one. Alright, as you leave, about 5 minutes have passed.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No.
Alright. You go back to the inn and you all get a nice rest. And it's in the morning and you all are provided with a nice hot meal of boiled oats and breakfast ale. And all provided on your tab.
So today is the big day. Hopefully.
If he shows, yes.
I swear if he doesn't, I'm going to fucking flip a table.
You'll hunt him down if he doesn't show up.
I'm sure you'll have no problem with that. We've done it for how long now?
Yes, we've done it so far.
I was that.
What's
I
up?
was talking with the local blacksmith, and our friend was ordering something from there and would be back in at least a few days. So we know that he's going to be over there in the next few days.
At least we know he's gonna be here for a while.
That would explain why he's sticking around.
I'm going to pull Demaya aside and apologize for not being very social and explain to her that I didn't really do that as a kid because, again, I was raised with Father Dominic.
Donovan.
My parents, Donovan.
My God.
I think he knows his own father.
And I didn't really have that as I grew up.
It's quite alright. pretty much had to teach myself to be social. If you, not a lot of tieflings grow up with their own parents. So.
It was the
Thanks for
table.
killing the mood.
Table. One of the nearby patrons lets out a loud fart, and you hear some cheers go off.
Gross. But anyways, it's fine. You're just learning how to be outside of your village. It'll take some time, but you're among good people. I wouldn't be traveling with these gentlemen if I didn't have some form of trust with them. They've proven themselves to be worthy adversaries.
I appreciate that. And of course, your social skills have helped us get this far.
I just have a silver tongue. That's merely all.
Well, since he won't be by till the afternoon, likely, is there anything else that we should do this morning to prepare?
If we what his interests might or might not be, if you know.
Probably
we
money.
Start a conversation without knowing that.
He's probably interested in money or anything
yes.
that can benefit him.
It's all about him. It's all about gold.
So the Colosseum fights would be a good thing to talk about because you can make money.
Possibly.
I'm not sure if he would be the type to want to fight there or even to gamble. I think it would be a bit risky for him. But then again, he has quite the gold to spare.
He also seems to be a bit narcissistic.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, narcissistic. He's already walking around with 2 women all the time. Perhaps you could... No, I couldn't ask that.
Do what?
Well, appeal to his more basic desires, but...
What do you think I was trying to
I'm
do?
going to instantly refuse the obvious implications of that.
Precisely.
Obviously, we wouldn't have you actually do anything.
No.
That's my job.
But if it could be enough to distract him... That said, once we have his eye, what do we do with it? We have rooms here. Wait, did Wilfred buy a paralysis poison?
Yeah, he already did, and he gave it to you.
Oh, he gave it to me?
Did you give it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you
Okay.
didn't. Oh, you
Yeah.
just told him where. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
We
Wilfred.
merely slip him some of that paralysis potion. Let's see if we can have a little fun.
If we can slip it into a drink, he might see us. There's a chance he'll see us if we slip it into a drink. I could come at him without being seen, but I can't get it into him without a knife.
Siren's lullaby. If he even tries to spot us, I'll put him to sleep.
In the entire tavern?
Including
You would what?
What about
That
those
would-
lockharts?
Nobody would know.
They wouldn't remember.
We could get him into a room, tie him to a bed before anybody even wakes up.
Exactly. And for the rest of you, I would suggest getting earwax.
No, it wouldn't put them
beeswax
asleep.
plugs.
So long as you consider them your friend, they will not
Yes.
fall asleep.
All right.
You're gonna just once I tell you he's. How am I gonna let you guys know he's there?
Well, the paralysis poison is a good backup plan. I can be there. He won't see me coming.
There's also 3 floors worth of stuff.
I can put up my hood.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be able to see me from all 3 floors, would you?
But I can sneak in. Yeah, I can sneak in and out undetected. I can let them know if he's here.
And Wilfred can speak to you telepathically.
Oh, good
He
point.
can?
He's not
Yeah,
with that
he did
with...
that.
Oh yeah, telepathy. He does have that.
Speak with
He
brain.
has that thing.
Brain talk.
Because remember he did that when Demaya was up in the tree?
That's right, he did.
I cast brain talking.
Ooga aga, ababi boo boo. My brain is speaking. Now take a poo poo.
By the way, it might be a good idea if you could somehow link Demaya into that so she could tell me what to say if I freak it out.
Ah.
Because again, my character's not good at this.
Boompa, boompa day. Boompa baby.
I will relay messages to Wilfred if need be. All you need to do is speak to him only with your mind. Do not speak with your mouth unless it's to Ethram. He'll be able to hear you. But you'll be fine. We dolled you all up. You look a bit more feminine, but not too much that it would piss you off.
And I'll still be there as insurance.
I mean, just those having those curls in overnight made your hair look fabulous.
Fabulous. Did not say in character, by the way.
No,
You
obviously
do have a
not.
certain unique charm between the unique fashion choices and the interesting hair.
That's why I wanted to play to her natural beauty. You don't always need lots of makeup and flashy things in order to attract attention. Sometimes you can just use your feminine wiles.
Alright. Is there anything else that we should try to do before he shows up? They say that he comes in here in the afternoons. We have some time.
It is about 10 in the morning. You all got a nice, long, restful sleep.
Okay.
I can't really do anything that will mess up my appearance.
Your hair is not gonna come undone unless you were to do some rigorous activity, like
Right.
sparring.
Which is what I was gonna do.
Oh!
She looks at you sternly.
Oh.
You can save that for tomorrow.
I'm gonna look at you angrily like, this is just... no. I want to do it today.
You
see-
will wait. Otherwise, you will fuck this plan up.
Demaya gives you, Regina a very stern, motherly look, and Regina's response is an almost daughter-like pouting. To which Demaya treats her again, kind of like a child. Like, no. And that is that.
I'm not trying to be
Just
mean,
there, my
but
arms crossed in the back to you.
and Regina continues to pout.
oh, I'm
vehemently.
sorry. Do you want to speak to Ethram on your own? Being completely unable to speak to him because you have no sense of communication skills when it comes to that sort of thing.
Ooh. Take 1d4 emotional damage.
Whoa.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but you're extremely sheltered. You need
Of course, roll a 4.
You feel, I mean, you don't take actual damage, but you feel your pride very wounded, and you kind of feel vulnerable.
I'm sorry, but you need to learn to buck up and suck up. There are times when we have to do things that we don't like to do. How else do you think I was able to get us rooms last night? Now, if you can hold out for just a little bit, you may spar as long as you want. But until then, no rigorous activity.
Demaya, give yourself a point of inspiration.
Sweet.
For a stern moment of leadership. Wilfred, did you give yourself that 1 point of inspiration, like I said?
It's empty.
You already
I
had
don't-
one?
Yeah, I had one from a while ago.
Huh.
So did I. Now I have
Same.
2.
Yeah, you can have 2. You can have a second. Sure.
Okay, yeah, my
Homebrew.
that's only-
Fuck it.
PDF only allows me to have one, but I'll just keep that as a note.
Yeah, you know what? I'll let you have 2. GM rules, man. Jan, you're just kind of sitting watching all this bickering and you're thinking, children.
Kids these days.
Kids these days.
Get off my lawn.
Alright.
Devaya is not a child. She's mature enough.
I mean, I think I am the youngest one in the group.
Yeah, you're the baby of the group.
Like, my character's only 20 years old.
She's a baby.
I'm the
I'm
baby, I'm
23.
the baby, I'm the baby. Any hoodle.
Any boodle?
What up?
God, I wish I could do that when I was 20.
Any doodle.
So, with a plan now, what will you do until the afternoon? Or will you just wait? Oh.
Gazoon thing.
And wait.
That was
Okay.
adorable.
So about early afternoon comes around. It's about now 1:30.
I am hiding in the corner. I'm just kind of like skulking in the corner with my mask on to go unnoticed.
So as you pull the cowl over, and the mask kind of materializes out of a smoky shadow. You have people staring at you because you have a skull over your face. But
That's why I'm skulking in the corner.
they kind of stop paying you mind. They
With a skull.
don't really want to pay attention to you. They're very
I just
uncomfortable.
got that.
With a skull on your face.
Jesus Christ.
I am Skulker,
It is now about 3 o'clock.
the new Dota character.
With nothing ever happened. And it is now about 5 o'clock.
Oh my god.
7!
You fucker.
I'm... Yeah!
You're the DM. You're not at the dice mercy.
I apparently am!
No, you're not.
We are all at the mercy of the dice.
You are all very fed up, having done everything you can to have occupied yourselves, getting more and more frustrated. Regina's particularly, because she could have been spending a lot of this time sparring with a well-known Colosseum champion who's taken a shining to her. But at now about 8 o'clock at night, when everybody's ready, you see Regina and Vertier see a half-elf
Thank fucking Christ.
with 2 women along his arms, taking a booth as Marcus comes over. What can I get for you, sir? 3 dinners. Obviously. Here. And for you. Well, be out shortly, sir. And here they're sitting at a booth away from the bar.
So close. Yes.
And he's just kind of conversing with them with a small smile on his face. That was a good match today, ladies. What up?
Out of character. Are we going with the putting them all to sleep plan? I just want to clarify before I do anything.
If he notices what you're doing, like slipping the paralysis potion, then I'll put put him
Okay.
and the girls to sleep.
Okay.
No one else.
All right. So yes, he is conversing with these 2 women who are by their garb you can tell they're sort of obviously whores.
Courtesans.
Courtesans. Yes, outside
to
they
put
are
it nicely.
Companions.
They are companions of comfort.
Companions of the night. Anyways.
So wait, where are Wilfred, Jan, and Demaya? Is they upstairs?
No, we're kind of near the stairwell. That way we're out of sight, but we're still nearby, just in case something were to go wrong.
By the way, I do have my dagger on me that I got with my starting kit.
Okay.
Just in case.
Underneath your robes, you do have a simple dagger with you. One you had actually forged yourself. Nice handmade thing with sentimentality. So, alright. So, yes, he is there at the booth. What are you doing?
You said he was saying something. And
Oh no, he's just talking to the he's just talking to the
And
women.
we can assume that she has a bit of the paralysis potion with her.
I mean, did Wilfred give her any?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you do have a. You have a. Yes.
Oh, you did it?
We're going to assume.
For this time, I will allow
I
it.
mean, 9 hours have passed.
So yes, you have a small vial of.
I think we're allowed to make that decision.
Okay. So can I try to see find out what he's talking about, like discreetly, without
Roll perception.
actually engaging in
Perception check.
conversation yet? Perception. 17?
17. You hear. So, ladies, that really was a good match today, huh? That newcomer guy, surprising everybody. Got some skill, he does. Definitely glad I put my money on him today. And they're kind of looking like that. Well, I'm getting paid, so might as well smile.
Mm-hmm. I do have telepathy right now, right?
You're a willing target, so I can do that whenever. But if you want me to, I can. Because, actually, yeah, let's just say that it's already happened. Cause it...
So I'm gonna tell you he's here.
Alright.
So you guys know that he's actually here, in case you couldn't see him. And now I'm gonna ask you, if you can ask him how I should actually approach to make it not look weird.
I reiterate that information.
Alright, good.
Can I roll for some ideas?
The only ideas are the ones you come up with, honey.
God fucking damn it!
Get wrecked.
I was hoping you could help me out. Think.
Vertier, you do also, you see Ethram very clearly.
Okay. So his telepathy can only be on one person, right?
I believe that is correct. Telepathy only works on one?
It's not group telepathy?
No.
Oh, that would be
One at a
cool
time.
thing.
One at a time.
Unless he casts it a bunch of times.
I don't... It's a cantrip, right?
With my current setup, it's technically a level 8 evocation spell, but with my what I have, I can. It's basically a cantrip, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
That's cool.
Jeez.
Charisma
Alright.
overpowered?
For now, do not directly approach him. Kind of glance his way every now and then with a flirtatious look, if you can make one. And then kind of stare at the door and talk about waiting on... Oh god, I cannot pronounce her name. Help me out here, hun.
Who? What?
The champion.
champion's name.
Oh, Estadrius.
Thank you, Estadrius. Like, meeting her, because that would probably perk him up if you're talking about meeting with her.
I'm gonna talk about my plans to spar with her tomorrow.
That'll work.
Alright, so
And
what do you...
we can assume that Wilfred's relaying this information
Yes,
to you.
we'll assume Wilfred is just kind of giving the basic versions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do what you said, like look at him, then look towards the door, then look randomly around, and then talk about how I'm meeting Asadrius to spar with her tomorrow.
Who are you telling this to?
Like, talking to yourself.
I'm just talking myself.
Only to the barkeep.
Alright,
anything.
make
I
a...
talked to the barkeeper, yeah.
Alright, make a charisma check.
You have the +1, remember?
Yeah, make a
Yeah, I do have
charisma
plus
check and
one.
add one.
My charisma's is +7 anyways, that's +8, so 20.
You see, well, he kind of, Ethram kind of leans over and overhears this. And he kind of looks over to say, excuse me for a moment. Be right back. Sorry there. Did I hear you say right, you're going to meet Astadius?
Yes, she offered to spar with me, the day I wanted to, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Impressive. Oh, Regina, right now, as he comes near you, you feel a deep sense of disgust. You don't know where this is coming from, but just, there's nothing that seems to be wrong about him. He's a quite handsome looking fellow, despite the, this rugged looking,
Hold on, your video froze for a second. The last thing was that I said something, then your video froze. On my screen, so...
As he comes near to you, you feel this deep sense of disgust. There's nothing that really seems outwardly wrong about him. If anything, he does seem very handsome. Smooth features, very nicely dressed. He doesn't seem to be acting disrespectful, but there's just something about him. You feel a deep sense of... You feel incredibly judgmental towards him right now. Make a charisma save.
+1 again.
Yes, +1.
Huh. As he's walking over to her, I'm gonna try and scan him to see if he's got the daggers on him.
Roll perception. What'd you say? 27? You managed to you managed to keep yourself very collected. You hide your expression well. You have a very good poker face going right now. Vertier, you notice there are some small disturbances along his back that have a crisscross shape. Huh. Well, that's impressive. I know she's a person of the people, but I didn't think she'd actually meet her. I haven't seen you here. I'm sorry if this is seeming off, but never mind. So that's impressive. When are you doing that?
I'm meeting with her tomorrow.
Well, I hope you have fun.
Are you into the fights in the Coliseum?
It's nice. It's nice. It's good money. Good time. Yes?
Oh, shit. Right. Never mind. Vertier is the only one that knows about the newcomer besides Ethram or whatever that guy's name is. The new guy that he bet on and won a bunch of gold.
Oh, the Steel Wolf.
Steel Wolf guy, yeah. So I was gonna say you should talk about that, but I don't know if that...
Yeah, only Vertier knew about that. Look, I'm sorry to have bothered you. I just heard that, found it was interesting, so,
Talk to him about possibly one of his favorite fighters, seeing if you can find out more about the Coliseum. Dwyer will say towards Wolford, didn't relay.
Yep.
And I'm going to in turn ask him if he has a favorite gladiator.
Well, obviously everybody's favorite is Astadius. Beautiful, deadly, good fighter. Definitely would love to have a few drinks with her. But, let's see, to be original. I think I'd have to go with Inlari, the sharpshooter. One of the best people with a bow I've ever seen in the Colosseum. Barely anybody can ever get close enough to hit him.
You can always talk to him about what piqued Astadius' interest in you, since he was curious about that.
Because with the with telepathy, I can hear and see basically every sense and every perception that she has. So if she overheard him talking about the newcomer, which, if I'm not mistaken, she did, I could suggest to ask him about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him what he thinks of the newest champion in the arena. Or gladiator.
Newest gladiator, huh? That was the wolf. Oh, yeah, I was there for that match. Huge upset. Lost some money on that. But you can't win them all. That's the fun of gambling. You never know. You never know. As you overhear, despite being, I'll say you're about 25 feet away, you can surprisingly hear them very well while you're wearing this. You could normally not hear them, but it's strange. It's like everything else is a dull sound, but you are tuned into them quite well. Look, it was nice talking to you and all that, but I may just go back and sit with my own. Although I have to thank you. It's nice having a few words with somebody who doesn't scowl the second they look at me. Here.
Invite him to have a drink with you.
I was about to do that.
Okay, sorry.
Would you like a drink? I can buy you one if you would like.
Make a charisma save. And add 1.
26.
Whoa.
You know what? Let me buy you a drink. You offered me some kind. You actually had a conversation with me. So let me repay you in kind. It's not often I actually get a friendly face. So 2, please. He puts his gold up. Here you go. To what should we make it to?
To the arena.
I was gonna say to the arena.
Very well.
Or to the best.
To the arena. And you clink it together, and he takes a chug. Right. I guess if we're having a drink, I should tell you my name. Ethram.
I'm Regina.
Regina. Nice to meet you.
And I asked Amaya for help here through Wilfred.
I'd say when he's not looking, or perhaps you can distract him by asking about his company or something, pouring the poison into the drink.
Kind of motioning towards them when you're talking.
I really want to hear this conversation where Wilfred is like the medium.
I'm just sitting there going like this the entire time.
Like, what do I do? What does she do? Talk to him. What?
What? What did you do?
I saw you were with those 2 people. Who are they? Yeah, if I may ask. And I gesture towards the girls.
Ethram turns and looks over to them.
And I'm gonna say that opportunity to pour the paralyzation potion.
That would be sleight of hand, right?
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
That's dexterity.
A decent sleight of hand.
Nice.
Okay, so that's a 24.
Oh!
Considering I'm a paladin.
Nice.
Damn, girl.
Wow, that is.
It's my dex modifier.
So.
I have a 5 dex modifier.
Damn.
As he's looking over, there, you quickly, like, and you just put the poison in, and you quickly stir with your finger, so this yellow and greenish lava lamp style liquid blends in seamlessly. They're just some company. Not much. I can tell they don't want to be around me, but hey, if you pay. If anything, I prefer your company. I don't have to pay for it, and it's much more enjoyable.
I'm out of ideas at this point.
Why do you always go like this?
That's the horn of speaking. If you want to
Okay.
speak out of character, you do that.
Ah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a good idea. And also, if the DM uses the horn of speaking, that means everybody shut the hell up and let the DM talk.
Yeah.
That's basically saying the DM has the ultimate horn of speaking.
Yeah. I have the accent.
Fair enough.
And usually
Yeah.
when I start to talk out of character, I'll just like slam my head against my hand. Or
Wait,
whatever.
I usually talk out of
Thank you,
character.
God.
I don't sound sultry. I just sound like my normal self.
Ethram will take another swig. Well, it's nice to
Damn. Okay, your glasses are okay.
and his head.
I mean,
What?
those girls are gonna just leave. They don't like him anyway, probably. Right? Did the girls just leave when they see
Yep,
that?
they seeing this, they get up and go.
I'm gonna walk over to the table now and try to pick him up.
He's had one too many.
Roll strength.
Strength?
I can carry
Yes,
him.
you're picking him up.
What? How heavy
I
can
think I
he
should
be?
pick. Well, I have a 21 strength.
12.
Yeah, you pick him up. It wasn't a hard DC, but it was still a DC.
Yeah.
You hoist him
Well-
over your shoulder.
He's had one too many.
Right. So, take good care of him, I guess. Huh.
What time of day
We'll
is
make
it?
sure he's well taken care of.
Time of day, it's about 9:30.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
make sure he stays safe. You know,
Alright.
on this side and all that. I'm gonna take him up from. I'm gonna take him up to my room since I was the only one staying in it.
And we kind of see, since he's going by the stairwell where Wilfred and Demaya are, they're going to kind of follow him.
And I'm gonna tie him to the bed with my rope.
Alright.
Kinky.
I feel like I shouldn't be in the room.
No, do not be in the room. Do not be in the room. Hide.
I'm not gonna be in the room at all.
I'm also gonna keep my mask on.
Joe,
Alright.
you might want to hide in the room that Demaya was rooming with Regina with.
So, what's the distance from like my room to his room?
They're
like,
two different
feet-wise?
floors. He's on the third
Yes,
floor.
but
We're on the
like,
second.
Number of feet total.
Uh,
I have a 60-foot radius spell. That's
Would this be a
bonus
spherical, or is this like just
two. Spherical.
spherical, huh?
It's zone of truth.
You're just out of it.
Aw.
You can always just head upstairs too.
I could be right outside his door and
Yes,
cast it.
yes, you could do that.
I can do that. I don't have any preparations for it because of my paladin oaths.
Either way.
How long does this last?
Make a medicine check.
I want to be the first thing that he sees when he
Didn't I
wakes
ask
up.
the guy how long it would last?
Oh, right. Well, yeah, you ask. Wilfred overhears you asking yourself
That's
this.
good because I got a 2.
Wait, what? Medicine is wisdom. I'll be damned. Wow.
Will he ever wake up?
Oh my! I think he's dead.
Oh,
We
wait.
killed him.
Oh, wait, no, there's a heartbeat.
Wilfred says,
Eventually he'll wake up.
"Yeah, you know that this is a mid-grade. He will come unstuck in about an hour."
Oh, I want to be the first thing that he sees when he wakes up, since he did steal the daggers from me.
I'd like to be there too.
Yes, you could be close behind, but I want him to see my yellow eyes.
That's how you want to do it. I won't get in your way.
Interesting thing of note. Demaya, you do not feel any form of, no, neither Demaya nor Wilfred.
I don't feel.
You don't feel,
It terrified me.
Speaking of the daggers. Sorry, go ahead.
neither of you feel that sense of revulsion around him. You just see him as another, I mean, the only ill will you harbor towards him is just because of his actions.
Yeah.
Not because of any unknown reason.
And speaking of those daggers, perhaps I should relieve him of them.
Best check him, because we don't want him to have any sort of weaponry or means of escape on him for when he comes to.
True. Well,
He is a
it's not the first
slippery-
time I've tied a naked man to a bed.
Oh,
Let's strip him.
no, we do not have to strip him.
I'll leave his underwear on.
Albeit I do want to see what's underneath. But for the sake of the others, let's keep him mostly clothed. Please. I don't think they want to see him naked.
We'll leave his underwear on, maybe a shirt too. Never know what he's going to hide.
I'm gonna have fun with this then.
As Vertier searches him, you do find the daggers of Kordaroth. They were on his back.
Hallelujah.
Kept in a very nice looking set of little sheaths.
I believe these are for you.
Yes.
And you also find an elven long dagger and a regular dagger.
Ooh.
That were
Stick it in the bag
behind
of
his
holding,
waist.
except for the daggers of Kordaroth, because they do not
Yeah,
want to
you
go in
cannot
there.
put them in
I
there.
For
hope
some
nobody
reason.
minds if I keep this elven dagger.
By all means, but stick the other one in here for now.
Alright, here we go.
There we go. And then she's gotta kind of... You best hold on to these. I don't want to have them when I'm speaking to him.
All right, so
And they can't go into the bag of holding. Otherwise, they'll just fall out. If you remember from long, long ago.
I just want to let everybody know that under my list of equipment and treasures, I have an entire column for knives.
okay, good for you.
I just feel like that should be known about my character.
All right.
Sweet.
So about an hour passes.
I want to be straddling him.
You do?
Yes.
All right, you get on top of him, spread your legs, and
I just want to freak him out.
Wow.
When he wakes up, he's just like, good morning.
shite head. Oh, hello, beautiful.
Good morning, sunshine.
It's nighttime.
You don't know that.
He looks out the window. It's nighttime.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna close the window. Shutters.
I know
Oh.
how to be clever.
Well, your wet definitely matches your beauty. Hello, Kasan.
I'm wearing the mask.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry.
That's also not my last name.
Oh, what is your last name
I
now?
don't have one.
He doesn't have one, just like
then
Demaya.
We
give
went
yourself-
over this last time.
God damn
Well,
it.
then give yourself a last name, damn it.
No, I don't have one.
Fuck you. Okay. Hello, Vertier. Or
Ma-
fucking
mask.
shit. Right.
Mask.
Well,
Where are
Anyway.
Wilfred and Jan in the means of this?
yeah.
Are they in the room? Are they not in the room?
I guess they'll be at the doorway. Doesn't really matter to me.
So, aside from your, little macabre dungeon master, where's the rest of your group?
Oh, they're around. But you don't need to worry about that.
Why?
We got what we came for.
Look, I'd been thinking about this on the road. I have a proposition.
Go on.
You just want these old rinky-dinky daggers, right?
They're not rinky-dinky. You have no idea what kind of power they hold.
Or maybe he does.
No, maybe I do. I don't. And I don't care that much. But, you want the daggers, right?
We already have them.
Well, what if you could get more than that?
Go on.
All I want is to be paid. I don't care about the daggers. After I'm done with them, I will tell you who I gave them to. I'm not even fully sure about the client yet. I'm actually very early because of you lot. I had to cut through the Elder Darkwood just to get here.
We know.
Exactly. Huh.
We encountered Nixoct as well.
Oh. Well, congratulations to the lot of you surviving.
By the skin of our teeth.
Well,
No.
that makes more of us.
You say that you're only working because somebody's paying you.
Correct.
And by the sound of it, you're willing to sell out your employer.
Correct. We had this discussion before.
And we didn't have the money in order to do that before.
Of course, now we have the leverage that we don't need money.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you lot will give me a few seconds, is after I make the sell, I will tell you who it is. You can get the daggers yourself however you want. And I will, after I get my money, I give you my word. I will give you a decent portion of the profits to make it worth your little journey.
He's under the truth spell, right?
He is. Yes.
Good. Because I don't remember anything happening to that besides pre-game discussion.
Of course, there's no reason to believe that he won't change his intentions.
Well, look, you. Shut it. I will. I'm a mercenary, but I at least have a sense of honor in my work.
We're not talking about you, we're talking about your employer. What if, for some god-awful reason, he was to change his mind about you?
What
and
do you mean?
turn on you? It wouldn't be the first time I've known of clientele turning on someone.
No. Most people don't turn on Ethram and expect a happy end. That's the one other reason they hire me.
Most people don't know about these daggers existing.
That is true. All for the better, in my opinion.
They may want to silence you so no one else can know about the daggers except for them.
Personally, for the price, that's a risk I'm willing to take. I have many means for getting out. Also, where's my shite? I'm kind of noticing here I'm half naked.
And enjoy every minute of it.
I'd feel a little more comfort if I knew where my belongings were.
It's fine. We didn't take it far. It's just over there.
Can I have them back when we're done with this?
If you promise to behave.
Like I said, I make the sell, I tell you who it is, and you do what you want with that, and I'll be on my way.
Here's my proposition. Not only do you make the sell, we get a portion of it, but you, in turn, can help us. I can promise that with the journey that we are on, you will get far more gold than any employer can ever get you. Far more power, far more respect.
I don't know if we want to associate with this one.
Roll persuasion.
I don't want to roll that high.
Can Wilford have telepathy with someone in the room?
Sure.
Yeah.
Can you
I'll let
tell?
you.
27.
Well, that is certainly an enticing proposition, but I want you to know, once I hit a certain mark in funds, I'm gone. Respect, fame, renown, believe it or not, I don't want that. But then again, I don't think any of you care what I want.
We also want to provide you with some protection because, believe it or not, those daggers are, if you would like to know, and you will not, since we know that we can mildly trust you. Those are sacrificial daggers. They were used to essentially feed into this power of this unknown named God, who we accidentally released. He is searching for those daggers. That's why we were hunting you down. We did not want those daggers to fall into his hands.
Telling him all this?
That's what I'm gonna say telepathically to someone who's over him.
Either way, he's in it for money.
And the more information he has, the more he can exchange that for. The more information gets out.
Also, you don't know who his employer is.
Either way.
Can you imagine if word of this god gets out, if he gets followers?
And what if that god goes after you, and he does not provide coin? Because he killed Jan like that, and brought him back like that.
Oh, well, you're saying this god wants the daggers? Once I sell them, they're not my problem.
Yes, but he will still come after you, because he knows that you have them. He knows that you're involved.
He wants the daggers. He doesn't want me. Nobody really wants me unless it's dead.
We didn't want you dead.
And why is that, though?
I'm not going to tell you that because
I'm
that's
gonna take off his eye patch.
As you reach towards his eye patch, you see him get very aggressive about this and
He's
defensive.
tied up. I don't care.
And you reach up and you reach open and you take it off, and there is
What have you got to hide?
and you see an empty socket with a small blue flame in the center, and the anger melts away, and he looks so sad. He looks so defeated at this, and you can see there's a broken man behind all this bluff and this guff. Somebody who's never wanted anybody to see this. And you can see in his one eye, you can see a couple tears starting to form
I feel
as he
a
looks
little
away.
sympathy for this.
Demaya's gonna wipe his tears away.
He recoils at your touch.
I'm not going
Please.
to hurt you.
Just put it back on.
Fine.
Fine. What do
Things are
you...
a lot easier if you start being honest.
I haven't told you a lie yet.
He can't.
That doesn't mean you haven't avoided certain topics.
Very well. What do you want to know?
You play awfully coy about this eye patch and whatever it does to you.
What does the eye patch do? It covers that.
Well, not the eye patch.
Oh.
You're playing awfully coy about this business with your eye. In addition to everything, in addition to who this buyer is, you haven't really told us that much at all.
I don't even know yet. I'll be given the information tomorrow by a certain envoy. By an envoy.
So the buyer doesn't even know who you are.
No, he knows. He hired me.
And
That's
he
how.
doesn't know what you look like.
Not per se.
Interesting.
Then we can use a bit of a decoy. He doesn't know what you look like, does he?
No, but to be honest, I'd like to be there so I can collect my pay.
Fine. Have it your way. I'm just really trying to help.
Admittedly fair.
Because no offense meant, but how do I know one of you won't go in, take the credit, take the pay, and leave me with nothing?
If I wanted to do that, I would have done it already. Besides, I really don't care about the gold. That's what everyone thinks I'm in it for.
And
No.
I'd really rather not have your reputation.
I am
On that, I don't blame you.
I'm merely in it to protect those who otherwise cannot protect themselves in this time. Because of what we unleashed. I do not hate you, Ethram. I just really dislike what you did. If anything, I pity you.
You see kind of his face kind of contorts a bit, and he looks almost hopeful, but then, I don't need your pity. I don't need anything from anyone. I just want to get money. And
money cannot buy you happiness, Ethram.
Oh?
Well,
money eventually runs out.
You don't know what my goal is. You don't know what I want.
All I can tell,
in all fairness,
from what I can tell, there's obviously some ulterior motive. And there better be some good behind it.
But
at
we
least
know that it has nothing to do with us.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with anybody. Do you really want to know what I want?
Not
To be
particularly,
left alone.
now that I know it's no threat. But if you're so keen to share...
Fine. Fine. I'll tell you. What I want to do is make a nice, large sum of coin. What my goal is? 100,000. This would put me about halfway with this job. I want to make that money. I want to go on to the islands in the south. I want a normal life. I don't want to kill. I don't want to steal. I don't want these stupid contracts. I'd like to live, I don't know, maybe as a farmer, maybe as a merchant, maybe as, I don't know, fuck all. I just want to have a life where I don't see these people and I'm judged and I'm looked at with this disdain, where I can live out on my own in a nice small shack in a peaceful place and never have to worry about these dark dealings again until the day I die. I want a normal life.
You and me both good.
Interesting.
I'm 42.
Still a kid to me.
You don't even know your age.
She knows that. She's been around for quite some time.
You don't know your age.
Thanks,
Well, she
Grandma.
doesn't.
Either way, you don't think that you're the only one who wants a normal life? Look at me. I have fucking red skin. I got horns sprouting out of my head. My eyes are like big yellow orbs. I got a tail sprouting out of my ass. Do you think I could ever live a normal life? No, you at least have some sort of a chance. I make my coins so that I can live comfortably. I want to be normal. I would have loved to have been born human, but no, I was born a damn tiefling. And now I have to live out this life. I have to deal with it. And I at least want to make up for what I've done. For the thing that I released. And that is why I'm trying to make others happy. That is my goal now. Is to make people happy. You're not the only one who wants to be normal. But at least you have a chance.
No. No, I don't. Because this eye is a curse. And I'm not just saying it's a heavy little burden, ooh, boo-hoo. It's a literal curse on me. Oh, it's given me some special gifts. It's given me why I'm good in my trade. It's why I'm a good assassin. I can also see your friends behind the door. I know that little slag that fucking poisoned me. She's down there. I can see everybody in this bar.
Do not speak ill of her.
Tell him I can cure his curse.
It's why you need the money, isn't it?
Nope. You want to know who can cure the curse? Nobody. Because the person who put the curse on me is dead.
Yeah, I can't fix that.
It's a right special curse, it is. I'm stuck with this forever. You can find acceptance. You found it. You have friends here. I have nobody. And I'm fine with that.
Do you want to be alone? Is that truly what you want?
No.
then join us, Ethram. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be among people who hate you. Just by looking at you, I don't feel any ill will towards you.
Ethram's face relaxes a bit, and he kind of lies back down in the bed. How is it that you don't hate me?
I never did. If anything, the first time I saw you, I thought you were quite handsome. Got a little bit of a flutter in my chest, which not many men can do, since I've been around so many. And women.
Well, fair enough. Fine. But I'm not promising you I'm sticking around until the end. If I make my goal of my coin, I'm not going to promise I'm going to stick around. But until then, I suppose you have a form of loyalty. While I'm around you, until I make my goal, and who knows, maybe after that, because who knows how long it'll take. I will certainly work with you, and I will not betray you.
Demaya gives, like a little smile.
So, as a first act of trust, kindly untie me and put my clothes back on.
Well, I'm not going to put the clothes on for you. I'm not one to put clothes on. I'm the one to take it off. But in this case, I wasn't the one to strip you down. That was him over there.
Oh, well. Thank you for... I can only assume you're gentle. Enough. Gentle enough.
She kind of gets a little stroke under his chin before untying him. Just kind of like...
He undoes his wrists and dressens himself back up. Now, again, I'm not here to betray you. I'll help. So, in that vein, could I please have the daggers back? I'm not going to run, whoever you are.
You can show yourself. If he's going to be joining us, he's gonna have to get used to your face.
Well, also, you've got the daggers.
Oh, that's right. You have the daggers.
I gave them back to you.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did. She did.
Fair
Hey.
enough.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna take off the mask.
Yeah,
and
because
get
she
back
said
to
she
the-
didn't want to have them
What's
in
up?
her hands.
What's up?
Are we all gonna walk into the room now? I mean, he knows we're there.
Yeah.
So why bother walking into the room? No. Yeah, I'll take off the mask and hand back the daggers.
I thought... Wait a minute. Yeah. Never mind. Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, this is for you. I'm gonna hand him back his elven dagger.
And I'll hand it back the regular one.
Just give him like,
In good faith.
In good faith.
Trust.
But no, if you fuck up, there will be consequences.
Of course. Same goes in the other way. Ethram Sharproot is not an enemy you want.
So we can judge.
Alright, tomorrow I'll be meeting the envoy around the smithy. So I'll also be picking up some goods there.
So we've heard.
That'll be around 2 in the afternoon. After that, I'll meet you back here, and and then I'll deal with that, and I'll see them later that day. Until then, I'll be going back to where I was staying.
Not just yet.
Oh?
Just a moment, please. A private word?
Gonna head out of the room, but sticking nearby.
Ethram folds his arms and his eyes narrow, and you can tell he has a frown on his face.
Spare me the pouty face.
What do you want, bit here?
You know me.
Aye.
And how exactly do you know me?
Same way anyone in their network would know. Papers, documents, information. I actually have something on all of you ever since you ran into you. You all were a very motley crew, but he kind of...
But you knew me before we even met.
I've seen you around.
Right.
And so I was very curious about you. You reminded me of me. And frankly, I didn't... But different. And so I did some digging, and I found out. Interesting little past you've got. Alara and Isles, the bridge spiders, made a getaway from being a cut purse and a pickpocket thief among the bridges. And then what do you do when you have a nice clean slate? You choose to be an assassin. I don't necessarily hate you. Now that I'm here, now that I'm in this position and I'll be working with you, I'll be blunt. I'm confused and disappointed. If I had your chance, a nice, not cursed life, where you were able to get away from a life of crime, and you go back to shadow work, something even worse, why would you do that? I do this because it's the only thing I can do.